Morning. Tonight, penitentiaries. We build your schools. Brainwash education to make y'all the fools. Hey, good morning. 5G God. Good morning, everybody. Can y'all hear me? I had to change my cell phone last night, so I got to talk about 5G today. Good morning. Woo! The social credit score God is coming. I got a question for you. This whole social credit score thing, I think that's what 5G is about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's all about the social credit score because y'all been naughty. You've been naughty. You need to be patted on your little fanny, your big fanny if you've been eating at the Walmart. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? I haven't done this in a minute. We haven't had a little fun with this thing. All right. I have an issue for some tissue, and this 5G thing has got to stop. I have no idea why y'all letting them make this thing political. You understand? They are trying to control you. They're not trying to help you. No, they don't want you to be as loved as the Chinese government's loving their people. The Chinese government doesn't love their people, and your government doesn't love you. Okay? The social credit score is a bad idea. It's just a means of them to control you. So I'm hanging out here with God for a minute. You can be a guy. I told y'all I was a guy. Y'all don't know why y'all didn't listen to me. I ain't trying to tell you. Y'all don't listen. I had to upgrade my cell phone last night, so I'm gonna tell you this is. I thought you said we're not supposed to upgrade our cell phones because it's slave technology. It is. It absolutely is. But I tell you what, this is what I did. Tell me if I get a pass on this one. 5G is coming. When I looked at the phones, they're all switching to 5G. Baby, you better go run and get your 4G phone because that 5G phone is coming. I was trying to explain to Brother Sean this morning. They said, oh, it's the towers, this the danger. You realize your phone is a transmitter, don't you? You know that when you say something in the phone, it has to go somewhere. In order to go there, it has to go through you, quite literally. So yeah, your 5G towers are bad. 5G towers are bad, but in reality, the transmitter in your pocket is also bad. You got kids that like to put the cell phone in the back pocket because it's funny. It's fun and it's cute to have a cell phone in your back pocket. You try that with 5G. Ooh, baby. I just want y'all to wear labels. Can y'all wear labels and put them on your children when you get the 5G phones? Just let me know. And am I telling people to go out and get your 4G phones? Hell yes, I am. Yes, I am. Go get your slave-made slavery devices like the cotton of the day. We should not be upgrading, but this is an upgrade you're going to want because your cell is going to break. Your cell phone is going to break like mine breaks. All right, mine is only screen, but it had to go because I am not using because 5G is going to be the requirement, and the only way you're going to make sure you don't have a 5G phone and you're not transmitting every 2 inches through your children's booty and your boobs and you and your body and your cancers and your stomach and your heart and your lungs and everything is if you got a 4G phone. So even if you don't even use it, go ahead and upgrade. Get that phone. Take your current phone, put it in the drawer. Use your new phone. And when that one breaks, you go back to the other old 4G phone, but do not go to these 5G phones. So I think we need to talk about it because I don't think people know what this is about. I was talking about it with a sister on the thread, and she was saying that, we got to beat China, because the Chinese coming. First it was the British, now it's the Chinese and the Russian, and somebody always coming for the Americans. Boy, the Americans, y'all don't follow them. Don't. They made this nonsense political, and it's not political. Cancer is not political, it's cancer, okay? Leukemia is not political, it's leukemia, and I just made that one up. I'm not even sure. It probably does. You never know. What is the danger with 5G? Damn it, I'm tired of saying it. Listen to your doctors. The doctors are professionals when it comes to cancer. Not all of them. Some of them got to pay them bills, got to pay for them Benzes. But the ones that tell you the truth, like in that Michigan, the Michigan hearing, let's go there. We need to look at the Michigan hearing because people still think 5G is a good idea because they made it political because your president said, oh, we need to go to 6G to beat China. Have you ever been to China? Do you know anybody in China? Do you want to go to China? You know they got the caste system over there, right? You know that, right? You know they don't respect. You know they got literally toxic waste, and they use bamboo to clean it up. And when they use the bamboo to clean it up, they actually use the bamboo as wood and send it to your country so they can make flooring out of it, so it can go down for your nice hardwood, pretty floors. You know that, right? In China, you know they still got people that they beat in public. You know they still got people in rice paddies. Do you really realize they got education camps? They literally got education camps. What they call them? Concentration camps up north, because people got in the way of the road. They're trying to rebuild the Silk Road, and people had houses in the way. Said, I don't want my house to come down. So they put them in a re-education camp. You want to be like China? Okay. I think some of y'all want to be like China. I think y'all should go to China. You know how people tell you, well, you don't like America, get out the country. Well, damn it, if you want to be China so much, maybe you should go to China and see what that's like for a minute. I was born in America. I'm supposed to have a Bill of Rights and a Constitution. You're not supposed to be putting no 5G 60 gigahertz waves every 2 inches through my body. And we need to talk about it, because I don't think people understand. You aren't getting 5G. I've said it before. Let me change the conversation music. I do want to let the doctor talk for a minute, because what do I know about doctoring? I don't know. What I do know, the doctor said, is 4G causes cancer empirically. Empirically. Let's not play with this anymore. Let's just say 4G causes cancer, and that's 4.2 gigahertz. 4.2 gigahertz. Every 2 feet a wave passes through your body every time you call your little boo-boo. 5G phone, every 2 inches. It is 60 gigahertz. So it's not 5G, it is 60 G. Yeah, 60G. I said 60 G. 60G. But that's like that Kung Fu. That's like that Kung Fu. I had it right with Gi. That's right, because it's Kung Fu on your body to make you do what they want you to do. It's all about the social credit score. They need to know from your microwave if you're teaching your kids correct history. That's what they need to know. They need your washing machine to tell if you were turning in your neighbors, because they're not Democrats or Republicans. This social credit score is a bad idea, people. All right, and so I'm gonna go to my thread real quick, because I wanted to see what people posted. I asked a question. I want to know what would you do with the social credit score if you were ruling? If you were the 5G god, if you were the oligarchs that get to dictate what people do before they can get on the subway. Have you gone to church lately? You ain't go to church, didn't pay your tithe? Did you pay your taxes late? Do you go to work late? Do you show up to appointments late? You know, and these are the things that you won't be able to buy a car, you won't be able to buy a house, you won't be able to go to certain parts of the city, because y'all busy trying to impeach Trump, and y'all busy thinking Trump walk on water. And I'm just like, the 5G oligarchical guards got something for the booty cheeks. All right, they can judge you on anything, you know. Or do you have enough debt? Why would a corporation with government do that to you? Well, because if you don't have debt, it means you're not enslaving your next generation to your ignorance. So if you don't have enough debt, hit on the credit score. You can't have a job. It's a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones. It's controlling the population. Like, we can look at China and we say, oh, China bad to its people. They got concentration camps. You really realize that 5G is an open air concentration camp, don't you? Because if you ain't concentrated, you're in trouble. Did you see the smart news? You know what smart news is about? Smart news is an education camp, right? They're going to use methodically and strategically your devices to show you the news that you need to see. Because you ain't a good Christian, you ain't a good Muslim, you're not in a good social conflict with your neighbors. All of this stuff. Your kids get in trouble at school. Do your kids have good enough grades? If not, right? When your kids go to school in the morning, do you tell them that the history teacher's lying? I'm gonna get all kind of hits on that one. I'm gonna get all kind of hits. Bottom line, 4G causes cancer. 5G is not gonna be a walk in the park. 4G causes DNA modification. 5G is not going to cause you to be Superman and fly, Superwoman. It's not going to give you death rays out your. I'm just asking, can y'all put labels on your children when you send them out in public when they get them 5G phones? I just need to know, because I need to stand a couple paces back. Anybody that's doubting it, all you got to do is just go look at your warning label for your cell phone. And to tell you, if you got a 4G cell phone, that you're not supposed to have that cell phone within a 1/4 inch of your skin. 1/4 inch. That's why they had these little things. They got all their cell phones come with this, because y'all people's dying of cancer, or people's getting cancer. So you think about it, and that's what, 4.2 gigahertz for 4G, so 60 gigahertz. If you do the math, what is that, like 5 inches or something? So now you got to have a cell phone that you can't even touch with your skin. How you gonna pick your cell phone up when somebody calls you? These people are nuts. I'm telling you, these people are nuts. This is not, but they made it political. They literally took cancer and made it political on this side because they're cheering about it because Trump wants 7G. And like the same way the other side was cheering the police state. We need more police on the streets. If Obama said it, then yeah, I guess it's what we got to do. We need more prisons. Then Obama said it, guess we got to do. So now Trump says it, so we're going to do this. And that's just how ignorant all of this is. It's just ignorance, total ignorance. We in big trouble, y'all. We in big trouble, and God ain't going to say it. Because we decided to make Silicon Valley our God. Let me show you this here. Let me show you. Some of y'all didn't heard this. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Because what do I know? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I just know that these people are never here to help us, and 5G is not about lightning fast internet. It's about hooking up to 5G grid control. It's like common sense. Why are they rushing it out? And it's non-negotiable for the public. You know, the doctors, who bug people, entomologists. Everybody's saying don't do this. They're saying who's the bird people, avianologists, the birdologists. They're saying don't do it either because 4G chases birds away from the tower. Bees avoid 4G towers. 5G ain't gonna help. And I think the bees got enough stress. I do. Imagine picking your cell phone up right now, because people need to understand this transmitting part. And you're talking on the phone, and as soon as you pick up the phone, say hello. When you say hello, hello has to go through your body. With 4G, it goes through your body every 2 feet, so it'll probably hit you in the brain, and which is probably a good thing. And it'll probably hit you in the groin, and it might tag you on the feet on the way out. 2 feet, a 2 foot wave. Now think about 5G. When somebody calls you up, you know, because how sometimes women call guys up. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. When y'all call us, if we really want to talk to you, we deepen our voice. We're like, hello, hello. That hello, that's gonna go through your mouth. It goes through your neck every 2 inches. Just keep going down your body every 2 inches down through your torso, your boobies, your groin, twice. Might hit twice. Some of y'all might hit about 8 times. Some of us might hit about 72 times. Did y'all see Future Man? Y'all gotta watch Future Man. Anyway, do you get that? All right, now I want that doctor to explain a few things. If you didn't watch the Michigan hearing, the doctor explained to you why we shouldn't be messing with no 5G. The sister's right here. What's her name?
Okay, hello.
Can we put this to rest? The only reason I'm showing you this to you is because we need to put this to rest. We need to stop playing around with this. This is to make you as socially controllable as China. It's not to free you. It's not to help you. It's not for lightning fast video games and lightning fast internet. It's to make you stupid. It's to control you. It's to tie your microwave and all your home appliances from your toothbrush to telling on you, because you didn't do nothing. I'm telling. All right, watch this.
My name is Dr. Angie Colbeck, and I'm here today to oppose SB 637 due to adverse health impacts from wireless radiation, including but not limited to cancer and DNA damage. My background is that I practiced as a board-certified pediatrician, and I also studied hospital and molecular epidemiology at U of M's School of Public Health. I've been reviewing the studies showing the impacts of wireless radiation on our health, and there are now thousands of studies showing the following adverse health impacts to wireless radiation: cancer, oxidative damage, DNA failure, cardiac arrhythmias, and other effects on the heart muscle, as well as blood pressure and vascular effects. ADHD is skyrocketing, behavioral disorders, and learning difficulties, sleep disturbances and memory loss, changes involving the blood-brain barrier and effects on neuron firing rates in the EEGs, disrupted immune function and change in stress proteins, reproductive and fertility effects. I encourage you to look at the website bioinitiative.org. These impacts are well documented in over 3,600 papers. In addition, a large $25 million FDA also revealed reveals that wireless radiation causes cancer and DNA damage. With all of this in mind, we should not be pursuing policies that would expose our families, our friends, and our communities to an increase in wireless radiation. 5G technology greatly increases our exposure to wireless radiation. Some analyses of 5G networks have concluded that transmitters will be required every 2 to 10 houses. Ask yourself this: how many people out there would choose to move next to a cell tower emitting wireless radiation if you had a choice? Well, if SB 637 goes through, they will put the transmitters wherever they want, approximately every 2 to 10 houses, and you will have no choice. And the amount of wireless radiation you will be exposed to will be greatly increased. From a medical perspective, this will be disastrous. You may be asking yourself, why isn't the federal government protecting us from this? Unfortunately, it's the FCC that sets what a safe level of radiation.
Again? Did I do that again? Dang nabbit. Sound team. I'm about sick of this sound team. I forgot what I said, so I'm not even gonna go. It's too bad you're not in the studio, because you just missed all of that. I ain't repeating myself. I'm too old to repeat after myself. Anyway, why the federal government coming to save us? Why? Why aren't they coming to help us? Because you don't understand. You don't have a federal government. You have people who get great retirements taking a lot of money from corporations, and they like to put trees up. See, corporations, they like trees. Y'all like them pretty trees? Y'all like the pretty trees? Aren't those pretty? Look how pretty that tree. Look at that evil, nasty, horrible, ugly looking tower right there that they put the electric wires on, and that causes cancer. But look at the pretty tree. Y'all see a pretty tree? Y'all want some trees? See, the government, they love planting trees, so they're gonna plant these trees every 2 to 10 houses. Just to make sure that you're a good person, to make sure you're doing what you should be doing, to make sure you're educating your kids correctly. Not that they have enough pictures of you and enough sounds of you having sex with your mama. I'm sorry, I meant that for the King broadcast. I meant that for the I meant that for the feudal broadcast, because you know I had sex with their mama. You know that, right? We saw that on the Game of Thrones. That's a whole nother conversation. And weren't we talking about Epstein yesterday? Oh my goodness, we not even gonna go there. But some of y'all having sex with your sisters and stuff, don't do that. No, that's bad. We figured out that causes cancer too. That might be a little worse than 5G. That causes DNA alterations also. We need to cut that back just a little bit. And the donkey and sheep don't do that either. We don't even know what that causes. So I'm good here, because this is the cancer cells. This is what you're gonna get from 5G. What you get from the 5G tower. Don't just worry about the tower, Susan. You ain't gonna get away, because you have a 5G phone. If you don't upgrade, you gonna be, because Susan, y'all, she like to go out there and get them mushrooms. She go out there picking mushrooms with her kids and stuff, trying to make mushroom soup and mushroom stew and mushroom pasta and post it on the internet so nobody else can have none. So when she out there, she's gonna be out there foraging, stepping over the rocks and stuff. She's gonna have her cell phone right there. It's gonna fall in the water. That's gonna be the last 4G phone she's gonna see in her lifetime. She gonna go out to Sprint. She gonna go out to T-Mobile. I gotta get my next phone. Pull it up, all the phones. You can say 5G, 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 5G. and you ain't got no choice. So you got two choices because you're not gonna be able to turn 5G off. They don't have to worry about forcing you to upgrade your 5G phone. You're gonna do it because yours is gonna break because everybody about clumsy as I am. And it just happens, especially if you go out in nature. Some of y'all get mad at your husband. You're gonna break his 4G phone. Now he's gonna get 5G cancer. There you go. Talking about spousal murder. Yeah. So if this tower is going up every 2 to 10 houses and citizens are yelling and screaming for them to stop and they're not stopping, take the hint. Take the hint. They don't care about your input, nor do they care about the doctor's input, nor any of the scientists' input. All they care about is planting trees. They're going to plant as many trees as they can because they get paid to plant trees. And when you get cancer, they're going to get paid from the pharmaceutical industry because you're going to get chemotherapy. And then they're going to get paid from the school nurses because the school nurse is going to be treating your kids for cancer. And they're going to get paid from the leukemia industry. They're going to get paid from the depression industry. It's going to modify your DNA. And these are the things that we know about. Like the modifying DNA is something entirely different. You have no idea what kind of kid your kids are going to make if you give them a 5G phone and send them to school and don't put no label on the book bag. Just put the label on the book bag. That's all you got to say. You know what? We should do it. We should print, somebody should print 5G book bags. Damn it, that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do book bags that say, my kid has 5G, my kid doesn't have 5G. We're gonna treat this like the drinking fountains. Now they want to do that with the V signs, where they wanted to have drinking fountains where these kids had the V signs and these kids don't. We need to have book bags. Because I need to know what kids I'm safe to even talk to. I like kids, I do, but I need to walk on the other side of the street if your kid has a 5G phone, or you do. I need to be at a safe distance. I don't need to be around no transmitting towers in your pocket, nor in a tree. All right? The 5G social credit score gods are coming, and I don't know all the purposes for 5G. A lot of that's classified. What they're doing with EMF, they're not even gonna tell us about. I do know this, they don't want my input. I know that. So I know it ain't nothing good for the public. The public doesn't want it. So the public doesn't want it and they're still busting forward with it. Part of it is the tattletale part. Look at the social credit story. If you haven't watched the Black Mirror, please do your homework.
But an interesting thing, when you were having this conversation in Paris, we went to see Amir Taki speak.
Hang on, let's get to the China part.
And they basically...
I need to bring this to an end. Need to bring it to an end. What did Trump... Well, Trump said it, so it means it's a good thing. No, Trump said it, which means that somebody's getting paid for it, okay? And, to a degree, maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe he does love you. Maybe he does want to help the country, but... Do you think he wants to help the country more? He wants to help his children, passing down a legacy of power and control I'm not even gonna go through the hunt stuff. Oh, good. What is $10,000 to go hunting with his son or something crazy? I don't even want to get through that. He is who he was raised to be. All right. He knows nothing about network technology and he doesn't care. He's in bed with Monsanto the same way Obama was. He doesn't know nothing about pesticides in your food and he doesn't care. It's not the job. He went in thinking he was going to do a service. It's not, and so did Obama. Probably went in thinking he was doing a service. You are doing a job. And explain to him this is an oligarchy. You will do what makes profit, and you will sell it to the people who cheer you. See, y'all hate him. Y'all trying to impeach him, which means they have to love him and they have to cheer anything he says. So they're pushing for 6G, and they think this is a fantasy war with China. We got to help our people more than China's helping their people. They're not trying to help their people. They're trying to control their people. I'm allowed to speculate. I just think it's all about this whole central banking and control and 200 people who actually make all the decisions in this world. That's actually what I think it is. I think that they understand they're going to make more money in countries where citizens have no say. And if you got 5G, you ain't got no say. You got no say because they'll have the social credit score. And if they got the social credit score, they can control everything you do. Everything. And if you're unpopular, you won't have a job. If you're unpopular, you go to prison. You don't have a job, you can't buy an apartment. Then Devra Davis said that. Devra Davis said that not the other day. She said that she has friends that have tons of money, but they're unpopular. They're on some sort of list, which means that they can't be rented to. So they can't even get an apartment in the ghetto, let alone a luxury apartment. Let's see.
Themselves out, and statistically, it's more likely to lead to innovation if you give tons of money to random crazy people than it is to banks. So that's why I think ICOs are probably actually a good idea for like the global economy and whatnot.
Yeah, TARP for the people. Remember, TARP was
we have no more wealth creation that has happened. We have had wealth concentration. These guys have sat on their capital, gave it to their friends. We have more commentator who was referring about B.F. Skinner, who is reaching beyond China's borders to impact foreign companies, according to new research. The system, which has been compared to an Orwellian tool of mass surveillance, is an ambitious work in progress, a series of big data and AI-enabled processes that effectively grant subjects a social credit score based on their social, political, and economic behavior. Now, we've covered this story, but where this research leads to is that, in fact, it's starting to impact Western corporations, Western businesses, how they behave. They have to modify their own behavior in order to access the market and the consumers in China. So this also lends in with the positive reinforcement of that B.F. Skinner had pushed, which I'll show.
Yeah.
It's just not the consumers. Like, let's understand what this whole building a world based on capital does, right? Everybody wants the money. So the money makes the decisions. So it's not just that the American corporations and the British and Japanese and everyone want to interface with the biggest group of consumers on the planet, the Chinese and India, right? That makes up, what, 1/3 of the consumers on the planet, something like that. But it's also just to remain competitive. Just to remain competitive. Just to remain competitive, you have to be able to do that in your country as well. Otherwise, all the money does go to China. But in this particular circumstance, you got to ask yourself a question. Do you want to be the slave? Do you really want to beat China in the capital game? Or do you want to end the capital game? That's why I always talk about free energy and feed the people. We got enough to take care of everybody. We have enough. The only reason capital was invented was to get human beings to do what social credit scores do, to control them. That's the only reason they invented capital. They needed you to work. And the only way you would work for them is if they gave you money that allowed you to buy things. So the king made his own money to control you, human labor. We don't need this anymore because the whole reason for human labor is gone. We now have robots and automation. This is how we change the world. You don't change the world cheering for your politician because they said that you should have 5G because they're trying to outbeat China in turning their country into a slave plantation where you can't say no, where you'll go to work on time and you'll only take an hour lunch, otherwise it'll impact your credit score.
Yes, B.F. Skinner, he had an amazing insight, didn't he? Because before his work, people were beaten into submission and beaten and tortured to do what the state wanted them to do. And then it was assumed at that time that to get people to act against their own self-interest would be very expensive. You'd have to entice people with huge kind of financial compensation. But what B.F. Skinner showed is that people will act against their own interest for a very small carrot, a nickel, a penny. They'll act against their own self-interest because people are silly in that way. And so
No, we're not silly in that way. You put capital between human beings and life, and the very life, living life, not going to prison because you're on the bottom, being able to rent a house and buy a car and buy food. Because they put capital between human beings and survival. Human beings will do anything for capital. That's how you make a slave plantation of a planet. So human beings aren't silly, they just like to eat, And that's why the fun part, when you deal with issues at the root level, you know what the solution is.
China is capitalizing on this with the social networking score, and they're getting people to give away their sovereignty, not that they had it.
Oh, go on, Lori. Did y'all see what Lori just posted? If you take a 5-minute lunch, do you get social points? Hell yeah, you do. Hell yeah. You know why, Lori? Because everybody else is taking hour breaks. They get an hour break. John takes an hour and a half break. He's going to get negative hits. You take an hour break, you get no hits. But if you take a 5-minute break, if you decide that you want to pick cotton all through lunch, you don't want to take a break, you don't want to go to lunch, you just want to keep serving, hell yeah, you get points. And guess where that'll end up? In Lori's point right here. Where does that end up? That ends up, you ever get a job and it says 40 hours a week, you end up working 60? Get a job, you said 40 hours a week, you end up working 80? So eventually, they're going to prioritize, and the people at the top will the people who will serve as a slave, the people who will work 40 hours a week, 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week, the people who don't go to sleep, the people who take drugs just to stay up to work more because they need more points, because they want to buy food at the market in the city that's organic that they can't get to because they can't get on the train because their social credit score won't even let them get off on that stop where the organic store is. Like, this is where this is going. They are literally 5G and their social credit score are literal shackles. They're shackles that you are putting on yourself happily. Slavery has nothing on 5G and the social credit score.
And in China to begin with, but they're giving away what remains of it for a score on the social networking, which gives them maybe an extra piece of candy at the drugstore. If they don't do what the state wants, they can't get on public transportation. They get, thrown off the grid. And so, this is now playing out globally because people who want to do business with China, it's creeping into the global business infrastructure. So American corporations that want to do business with China's saying that's great, but you've got to buy into our social networking grid and social score. And American corporations, of course, being victimized by the same B.F. Skinner-like draw into obedience, are saying, well, whatever, man, because we'll do it for a nickel. Warren Buffett's not a penny on the street he won't bend over and crack a knee for.
I mean, we have covered, and many in the media have covered the negative aspects of it, that you're punished if you have a bad social credit score. You won't be allowed on the plane. They excluded millions of people from flying home this past holiday season. But it's the positive reinforcement that you could see acting throughout our societies already. Look at London. It's a huge construction zone. It's a disaster area, I would say, but nevertheless, a lot of people think it's great because the positive reinforcement is if you're a good citizen, if you're a good sort of person, then we'll give you, say, this help to buy. We'll give you 15% of credit if you go further into debt, because that's the sort of citizen we want, one that is in debt and speculating on property markets. And here, how they control people with positive reinforcement and get them to buy into this system is that citizens with high credit scores can access better hotels, rental homes, and even schools, while those with low credit scores can be temporarily or permanently banned from taking planes or trains, as happened to 6.15 million people in 2017 on the government's own figures. A pilot version of the scheme run this year in Hangzhou City reportedly saw citizens with high social credit ratings get free access to gym facilities and shorter public hospital waiting times. On the business side, the Brookings Institute has reported that...
Hang on, let's not pretend like we didn't know this was coming, because we saw this with the whole fun parks. Remember the fun parks, the great idea they had that if you spent more for your tickets that you got the park hopper, what was it? No, the fast line pass here in America. If you spent more money, you can get to head of the line. So out of all the poor kids, they got to stand in line and sit there for 2 hours. You can just scoot ahead of everybody and ride within 30 minutes. Or ride within 3 minutes, or there are no lines. Like, we're literally building, somebody said Caprina said the 1930s. We are literally building a 1930s type setup, or pre-50s, where you had the super elite, super wealthy, and the super poor. And what determines if you're going to be either within that super elite or super poor is if you listen. If you go through the spreadsheet and you determine what you have to be after every election. So in my country, how that works out. So if the Democrats win, you can't say anything, I guess, about the whole gender thing. You got to watch out what their hate speech is. Was that the Democrats? That's the Democrats, right? You got to believe in climate change. You can't post nothing anti-climate change. You got to believe that a tax will stop the climate from changing, literally. And if the Republicans win, you have to be pro with the guns, and you got to love guns, and you got to need a wall to stop people from coming in the country. And you got to go to church. You got to have a God. They may let you have any God that you want, but you got to go and pay your tithes. Like, do you see the world that this is building? Is this the world you want? We're literally, like, the great thing about African slavery and Irish slavery is when you went to go get them young people, they fought you. They didn't want to go. Hell no. You went to Ireland with the kidnapping laws where the British came in to grab all them Irish kids. I bet you them Irish kids fought. When the wealthy, big, powerful black tribes, the African tribes went after the weak ones to sell them over into slavery, Do you think that they cheered it? Do you think they saw men coming with shackles like, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all bringing 5G? Hey, come on over here. Let me get some of that. Oh, we gonna get on a boat? Oh, we gonna go somewhere? You mean the time we gonna get to work all day and sing some songs? Oh man, we don't sing no songs over here. We gonna learn English? Oh man, come on. There certainly is a difference between people who are fighting slavery, fighting against it. They want to be free. We're going the wrong direction in every single possible way. Every way. Completely the wrong way. And the people who know me, they know I'm a technologist. They know that I love technology. I love automation. I love robotics. This is not a good idea. Nothing about this is good. This is not about technological advancement. This is about making money, making people work harder, and putting them right back on the slave plantation by shackling them to their phones. That's all this is about. That's all this is about.
Business that pay tax on time and abide by government demands will get better loan conditions and easier access to public tenders.
But it's not demand. They don't have to demand nothing. That's the beauty of this system. They don't have to demand anything. All they have to do is say, for the next 4 years, assuming you believe in elections and presidents and parties or whatever, they say for the next 4 years, you believe in climate change and taxes will stop it. And everybody will do that. They don't have to demand a damn thing. All you got to do is go down their agenda and what they tell you, you have to believe in. Every 4 years is going to flip me. I guess it's every 8 years though. Because it'll be weird because every 8 years it'll be only 2 genders and the other 8 years it'll be 32. Do the math on that. Is this the world that you want?
Non-compliant businesses will face more difficult business conditions. So look at our system whereby certain banks get free access to cheap credit, 0% interest rates, and the government, the treasury will actually take all your bad debts off your books if you behave in a certain way, if you provide basically a financial system that favors them and the people who are the elite.
Right. The fiat money system is dying. And so people are going to take money out of the fiat currency and put it into crypto. And they're going to have 2 broad paths to choose. They can put their cash into obedience coin, which would be this China social networking score, and hope to get more frequent flyer miles and a free wingding down at the Xinjiang. Or they can go down the Bitcoin path, which is individual sovereignty.
This is where I disagree with Keiser. I totally disagree. You have no idea what you're talking about, brother. Love you to death. Love you to death. You're a smart dude. You have no idea what these billionaires want. A cryptocurrency, this is where you need some understanding of technology, right? The only reason for these cryptocurrencies and the other currencies, all right, let me see. Let me try. I'm trying to explain it in a very simple way. You know how the Federal Reserve came about, right? You had all these different banks that were making money off the people being corrupt. And so the billionaires came in, a few of them, and tricked Congress into creating a Federal Reserve. So now you just got a few corrupt billionaires making money off a centralized currency. Bitcoin, all you're doing with cryptocurrencies and other currencies and like ignoring the whole purpose of capital and what it does to enslave people is you're basically giving the billionaires free reign again. You're just taking it away from those 12 and you're saying anybody can have a currency. And if anybody can have a currency, anyone can have a slave plantation. All the billionaires can control, saying this is why Facebook has currency. It's why Google has currency. And so you're not changing anything. You're just going back to the way it used to be, where instead of having corruption in one place, you have corruption in 800 places. This is why I totally disagree. But he's a Bitcoin guy, and that's what I expect him to say. We talked this about yesterday. If Coke is paying your money, then Coke tastes better. Where's my Coke and Pepsi? That's what, it's kind of like research. When you do research, you always want to look where the research comes from. If it's coming from someone that believes in that, then that's exactly what they're going to say. Dave Chappelle said it best. I don't talk about Dave Chappelle. Here's my Coke and Pepsi. Put my Coke and Pepsi up here for Keiser. Coke and Pepsi man. Coke and Pepsi man. Don't try to. The purpose, the benefit of knowing how to do root cause analysis. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm talking about 5G right now. Besides, when that phone call just came in, that was 4G because I did upgrade my phone. Y'all see my new thing? Yeah, I got a new. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear like the sound better? I got my new phone. I want to get my phone before the 5G came out. Now I got 2 4G phones. that I guarantee, as long as I'm not too clumsy, that I can probably go 10 years or so before upgrading. What was I saying? Oh, right, the phone call just came in. So it was only a 4G wave. It was a 5G wave. It would have came through my brain. It started here. And let me see, 2 inches, with 2 inches like about right there. So it hit me here, boom, DNA damage. 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 And it hit the phone. I didn't answer it, so that's where it stopped. If I had picked it up, what would happen? If I picked the phone up, hello, you know what happened right then? Then that would have been double duty. Boom, DNA damage. Boom, DNA damage. Boom, DNA damage. What? And then going out the other side. That's the damage. And I just did my brain. Like, imagine everything else. This is why this is dangerous, people. This is why you have to understand. But you know what? You don't really have to. This is very simple. This isn't like a hard technological concept. It's wave energy. Your wave energy, it's wave energy. 4G is 2-foot waves. 5G, which is 60G, are 2-inch waves. That's all you need to know. All right. Let me see what else we got. That's it. I'm gonna read some comments. I think it's for the social credit score. We don't even have to go to the Terminator. We don't have to go there. We don't even have to mention. We don't have to mention the Terminator, but the Terminator is coming, and for the same reason, the 5G is coming. All these nations are racing to do whatever will gain them most power and capital. That's what runs your world. Doesn't matter if you have an oligarchy. I live in America. I don't have a democracy. I have an oligarchy. However, you can live anywhere else. Everybody wants what America has. They all want this cancer. They want chlorine in their water and fluoride, pesticide, Viagra. There's another question too. Think about it from that perspective. Like, you're only, because when we talk about the environment modifying DNA, causing these epigenetic gene flips, through pesticides and the other chemicals you put in your body, you're only eating that stuff 3 times a day. If you're eating 3 meals a day, you're only getting that pesticide 3 times a day that's modifying your DNA. Imagine 5G all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, modifying your DNA. Well, it's not actually modifying your DNA. What's happening is your body is making decisions based on it, right? Because your DNA, the cells are like looking at the environment and saying, oh, good mother. Somebody dumb enough to cheer 5G. What are we gonna do about this? We're gonna have to flip some DNA here. We're gonna have to flip some genes, because at this rate of wave energy, we're probably gonna die by, hey, we ain't gonna make it 15 years with this level of wave radiation, this level of EMF pollution. So we don't really need to worry about fighting cancer. Go and turn them genes off. We don't need to worry about fighting Alzheimer's, and we don't need to worry about all the learned things over millions of years. We don't need to do that. We don't have to fuss about urinary tract infections, because we ain't gonna live it that long. And start shutting off that DNA. That's the craziest thing. Anyway, I know I say that every day. Every day is the craziest thing. It is the craziest thing. Did you watch Black Mirror? Does that look like a good, nice world to live in? Because by the time you get there, it's going to be too late to fight it. I broke my phone around Christmas, went to Sprint, 5G signs everywhere. I know. Susan don't live too far from here. You go over to Best Buy, they got the big 5G sign. 5G! Hurry up and upgrade. Because they're all going to make money on it. And that's why you have that full spectrum push towards it. 5G and the Internet of Things will be absolute full spectrum dominance. Absolutely, Christ. Absolutely. It's right from Christ, y'all. Where Christ said it, then from Christ's mouth to your ears. It's not even an option. You can't fight it. Resistance is futile. You know why? Because everybody needs capital, because everybody needs food, everybody wants a house, everybody wants to send their kids on a field trip, and they know that they won't be able to do that unless they go down that spreadsheet. I say government, and I said Democrat and Republican. That's how it's going to start. That's not how it's going to end up, because these people aren't making any demands of anything. These people are controlled. They got to eat like you. They will be told what goes on a spreadsheet that makes up the data points of what a good citizen will do. A good dog, good boy, good girl. And what are corporations going to say? Oh my goodness. Let me go to my thread. I'm see if somebody answered this question. What possibly could be the data points of what a good citizen will do? Are your children getting good enough grades? Oh, you know what? I guess I can pull it up over here. Now I'm just going to read a couple of them. Did you vote in every election? Did you attend church regularly? Did you promote the oligarchy and corporation? Are you cheering profit on the internet? You know, that's that Ferengi thing, right? Because they want to make sure they can maximize profit everywhere. So are you eating organic food versus GMO, right? Are you getting all your vaccines and flu shots twice a year? If not, right? Do you watch your country's news? Are you watching the regular news or the smart news? Are you agreeing with the establishment or not? All the corporations want a profit. How do they make profit? Same way the government does. Social conflict. You being in conflict with somebody else and they getting you scared to get you to sell you a product. Right? So racism doesn't go down with 5G and the social credit score. Racism goes up. Abuse doesn't go down. Abuse goes up. Why? Because the legal industry's got to make money. They got a say in it. They're going to have a data point on the spreadsheet. Are you watching the right television programs? Are you sending your kids to the correct movies and telling them the right things about how America's so great and powerful and we're the good guys and we should just buckle down? The reason why we're poor is because we don't work hard enough. Your mom and dad don't work hard enough, and that's why they don't have everything everybody else has. If they worked harder, for the state, for the corporations, they'd be better. And so now you're training the kids in their behavior and what to do and how to grow up. Full spectrum slavery, full spectrum dominance. Absolutely. They don't need the drones that can fly and swarm and blow you up and get you off the street. You literally will just die. You're not going to make it a few decades if you don't do exactly what corporations need you to do, which is to buy their product, believe in their science, and do whatever gives them great retirements and allows them to buy entire Epstein Islands. My goodness, can you imagine the whole Epstein thing? Oh, wow. Y'all posting about pedos and pedophiles. Not allowed to do that. Why? Because you know the psychopaths run all these big corporations. You know they're at the top of all these industries. Are you taking all your medications? You know, you'll go to the doctor, you sit down, the doctor say, well, you need to be on this and this and amoxicillin and this, that, and the other, and you list all the medications for you. And if you took them or not, you know, and then you'll go to the grocery store and they'll know because you got your 5G phone. They got that, the map and the grid, and they can see you driving straight to CVS, straight to the Walgreens. Did you buy it the first day or did you wait a week? Did you wait a few days? Bzz, go get it right away. Take your first pill, right? And you know, because the damn window's gonna tell on you. You got Internet of Things windows. The windows that go shady when the sun comes up. They got access to the internet. They're reporting on you. Nope, I didn't see him take them drugs. That all the drugs in that bottle, all the pills still in there. Are you taking all your medications? Right. And that's how this works out. That's why all this is a bad idea. This is all a bad idea from the top to the bottom. Money is the demon god. It is, Christine. It is. It's money is a demon. I know I said it's a tool, Christine. I might change my mind on that. Money is definitely a demon. I mean, just from a relative perspective, because we're not evolved enough for this stuff. We're not evolved. It encourages people to do too many evil things. I think money is the demon. I don't think money is the root of all evil. I think putting anything on a planet with de-evolved 98% monkeys is that it causes them to be monsters is the root of all evil. Modified tower set up a block away from my house. Get ready for 5G. Went to the planning committee. And it got a map of all 32 locations. That's right, Bern. That's how it works. You know, you don't have a say. They're not asking you. That's how I know it's not in the public's best interest, because they're not asking the public. They're literally running right over all the doctors and scientists. This is not good. Whatever your theory is, it doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that they don't want your input. And they're not going to stop. That's how you know it's not a good thing for you. It's this cancer blob right here. That's what. Don't want your cells to look like that. Epstein Island was sold. Oh, was it, Meg? That's right. Somebody else bought it. Somebody else is doing a hunt club out there. But that's just one Epstein Island. They got multiples. That's just one little billionaire's playland. I guarantee you they got a lot more than that. That was the Sacrifice Island. They got others. They got many, 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 many others. What are those lights in the sky? You see some lights in the sky? You see lights in the sky, Capri? That's probably UFOs. That's why, you know, I don't do UFOs. Don't do that. Don't she try. Don't do that. We're not doing UFOs today. Free energy is that people can go right out online and see the patent for the TR3B. If you're at work today, you don't have to be. You are wasting your life. We can have an efficient world. We can have a proficient world. It just means that we need to use technology and free energy for the people, not for corporations and greed. And certainly not creating this full spectrum dominance 5G social credit thing to control everybody. Hey, Brother John, he around here, y'all screaming revolution. Ain't we no revolution. We had one 5G is done. You ain't revolting against nothing. Because you ain't get nobody line up with you. You think you can protest. Imagine protest. Y'all turn on the TV, you see people getting shot in the street. Oh yeah, well dang it. Well, he didn't do what the government told him to do. He didn't do what the corporation told him to do. He deserved it. She deserved all of it. She was in the house and the police went in there and shot her. She deserved it. I don't know, what did she do? She did something. She said something. She didn't pay something. She was late for something. She did something. Nobody will speak up. Why? Because you speak up, now your kids can't go on field trips. You can't buy them food. And that's all you got to do. Any parent. And you know that from any parent. You know that from the grizzly bears. The grizzly bear mama. You come between her and your cub, she will give up her whole life to murder you. Same thing with 5G. You try to come between mom and trying to buy her kid cereal. Oh no, she'll let you get shot by the police. She'll call the police on you. That's another good one for the social credit score. Did a crime happen within sight and this citizen didn't report the crime? Turn everybody into tattletales. Instantly make everybody a child, a slave. And it's not even conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory, because that's probably what I'd do if I ran the world. If I ran these big corporations, that's what I'd do too. The monkeys get restless. Did y'all see, where was the monkeys getting restless? Was it Japan? They're flipping out, getting mad, yelling, screaming, turning stuff over. And somewhere in Latin America, monkeys getting mad, flipping the hell out. Yeah, well, you know, you don't get to flip the hell out no more. You just gonna take it. You're gonna take it raw. That's what you say. Take it like a soldier. Take it raw. Well, they won't need no Astroglide. They won't need no jelly. Won't need no Vaseline. Won't need none of that. You're gonna take it raw and be happy. All right. I knew about the social points in China. However, the way it's explained sounds scary. Ivana, you need to be more than scared. It's just because whatever they say, it's a hell of a lot worse. If they're allowing, corporations are allowing it to be said on the internet, they haven't shut me off already. It's a hell of a lot worse than what I'm saying. Cancer is the nicest thing you're gonna get out of these untested technologies. I was hoping Tijuana would be as behind on 5G as they are on a lot of other things. Nope, they're on it. They have to be on it, Patricia, because Tijuana wants to buy and sell. Tijuana wants to be in the top nations. They want to be among the central banks. They want to capital breaks everybody, breaks nations too. So all the third world nations gonna line up. We got our citizens shackled up on 5G. Bring our central bank. Give us our loans. Bring these technological companies here. They're going to do everything the corporations tell them to do. They'll listen to the pharmaceutical industry. They'll cheer the police state. They'll cheer the wars. They'll get their kids and put flags on their forehead and send them out to boot camp. They won't say nothing about 22 a day committing suicide. They'll cheer their nation is great. That's how you make the perfect slaves. Every single nation's going to line up. I would be a minus 100. Credit score. No, you're not, Christine, because then you're dead. That's what it's just like now. You can't get a job, you can't pay your taxes, you can't buy food, you die or you go to prison because you got to steal from somebody. You're not Coke or Pepsi, you're not engaging in social conflict, then all we have is death. And that's what 5G is. If you think capitalism is bad, oh my goodness. At least there's some freedom of choice. You don't go to Walmart and got 32 robots determining which toothpaste you're gonna buy. You gotta buy Crest because Crest has the biggest lobby right now. It's gonna be an ugly time, people. It's gonna be an ugly time. I just don't think this is a good idea. Then retirement. Oh, hell no. Oh, think about retirement. Who was that who just posted that? Somebody posted about, well, how long you gonna work? You're gonna take a long lunch break. Was that Lori? Imagine retirement in that lunch scenario. So not only will you give up your work lunch altogether, I ain't gonna retire. They're gonna have agreements, Lori, where you sign the agreement. I promise to work to the day I die, and you promise to work till your day you die. Get that chunk in the RFDI chip and all of the circuit boards and all of that. I hook my body up to every technology you want, and I'll work till my body drops. You're gonna get the top salary, all kind of points. Because the cyborg's gonna make the most. Cyborg's gonna have the highest points. You people who like freedom and stuff, you like to grow plants and food. The 5G tower is going to be counting the tomatoes in your yard. It'll be obvious that this person isn't buying from the chemical plants in the grocery store. So yeah, you get in big trouble. And that's how you drive the future. You make sure people are drinking their glyphosate, popping their Viagra, and cheering for the police to get their neighbors and get them to hell and put them in prison, right? Imagine for the states. The states might have social credit scores. How many inmates do you have? Do you have 2 million? We got 3 million, right? Why was that beneficial? Well, because they're selling commissary, they're selling locks, they're making shoes, they're captive customers. You got to make them shoelaces and cotton and all of this stuff. And so now the state of Alabama gets a higher credit rating than the state of Michigan because Michigan can't seem to put enough people in prison. How about that? It's going to work on every level. It's just not Tijuana. It's just not the nation. It's going to be the states. Everything that needs capital is going to bow to the social credit score. This is the world that we want, so get ready. You can have all the guns you want. You're going to be by yourself. Second Amendment. You can have all your guns you want. You're going to be by yourself. Ain't nobody going with you. Because you know why? You know why people take up guns and like, revolution! Because they don't think about what's going to happen to their kids. I'll go get shot and I'll die for my kids. Yeah, you might. You might. When they got the 5G and the social credit score and they find out you were involved in an active revolution to give freedom to people for the Bill of Rights, a Constitution, hell no, your kids will not be able to buy, sell, go to field trips, get shoes, go to Walmart. They might just ban them from school altogether and just take them right to prison. Ain't nobody going to, you're going to be by yourself. We're going to get together. We're going to stage a revolution. No, you're not. It's going to be you. It's going to last about 2 seconds. And that's assuming that the robot needs to charge before it shoots you. This is the world and the thing is you can't back out of it. That's why it's full spectrum dominance is such an evil thing. You can back out of this. You can't back out of that. You got a choice now. We're still talking yin yang on the internet, y'all. We're still in the game. Still in the game. It might hurt, but we can back out of this. Once they got full spectrum dominance, it's just raw dogging. That's it. All you gonna do is bend over, grab your knees, grab your ankles, tell your kids to bend over, grab them too, and all the corporations is gonna do us raw. And then they're gonna say, squeal like a pig. You go, ee, ee, ee. If you have not seen, that's a documentary. What's the name of that movie? It's a documentary. What is that? What is the name of that movie, Squeal Like a Pig? Yeah, they put him over a log. Say, you sure got pretty teeth. You remind me of a piggy. Why don't you squeal like a piggy? That's what Coca-Cola and Pepsi gonna do. Cisco and Merck. Why don't y'all go and take your vaccines and your flu shots, and you're not taking enough Tylenol and Advil. I know you're stressed at work. How come you're not eating up all my candy that I'm selling? Take it, bitch. Squeal like a pig. Wee! Wee! That's gonna be the new Pledge of Allegiance. They're gonna add that to the pledge somewhere. America the beautiful from coast to coast, little piglets. Bent over log. Deliverance! Yes, who said that? Patricia Hauser. You had a wonderful childhood. I saw that movie, Patricia. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. Did y'all see Deliverance? We're gonna take a side trip. Oh, you know what? Oh, let me show you this before I click off of this. But it's not just that tree. It's a lot of pretty trees. That's just one pretty tree. Hey, if you ever go do a look on the internet, they still allow this stuff on the internet. They're gonna take it all down. But for right now, see, here are all the pretty trees you can get. So you got all kind of pretty trees. Look like coconut trees and pine trees. And look at that. Look like an avocado tree. So you can have all kind of pretty trees. It's gonna kill you. That's gonna be a pretty death. But what was it? Deliverance. The movie Deliverance. Hang on, I gotta do a quick search for Deliverance. Oh, dang it. By the way, I forgot. Somebody told me I'm not, what was that? Somebody tried to, who was that? Was that Megan? What is this? I'm seeing a warning. What is that, a warning? This is the number of searches you have performed on Ecosia. Oh! On an average, you need around 45 searches to plant a tree. Y'all planting a tree a day, and it ain't a 5G tree. Because I use Ecosia, I don't use Google. I'm sorry, I love Google, and I want to free Google. And the only way I can free Google to let the CEOs actually run the company, not the deep state and and the powerful people, is you got to use Ecosia. Otherwise, Google has no chance. Got a lot of whistleblowers in Google. Got a lot of good people in Google who wants Google to go back to changing their model from we need to be evil to being evil is not probably a good idea sometimes, sort of on Sundays. So I use Ecosia. I probably plant 2 trees a day. That's good. Oh, I forgot. Deliverance, right? Deliverance. This was a great movie. Oh, Patricia, this scared oh, dang it, that didn't work. It scared the hell out of me. It scared as a kid, because these are scary movies. Freddy Krueger really didn't scare me. Jason, he didn't scare me. Deliverance, that scared the hell. Because the guy had about 2 teeth. He had about 2 teeth. And he was like, he squeal like a piggy, he squeal like a piglet. Is this the guy right? Yeah, that's him. But that's not his face. Hang on. And he bent the guy over the log. Oh, it was horrible. He looked like an American. He was right over. Let me see. You know what? I think we need to add log to the search. Look at this. 2 searches. I'm planted 1/4 of a tree. Hang on. They done put the guy over a log. I saw this as a child. This was aggressive, man. This was scary. Is that him? Well, that's him tied up. It's probably flag content. Speaking of flag content, I got flagged. I'm a flag. Did y'all know this? Who was it? Sister Megan? Somebody sent the link to my Facebook to somebody else, and it said the whole me, not my post, but the me. I am against community violations. I'm a violation. I'm not even legal. I took a picture of it because I'm hoping it was an error, but she sent me the picture of it. Apparently, when you send people links of me, my whole body, everything about me is a community standard violation. It should be. If you're rolling out 5G. Is this it? No, that's not him. Was this brother right here? I need to see his teeth. Did they block this from the internet? I got my filter on. Yeah, hang on, I had my filter. You gotta use your filters. Gotta know how to use these tools. These are great tools if you know how to use them. Oh, isn't that pretty? See, that's where Susan gonna go. Look at that. She going over to the cabin, think she gonna be safe from 5G. You know what? They're not. 5G, they can make it look like a rock, a log, a bush, a person, a George Bush. They can make it look like anything they want. And they'll put it right there. See how pretty the porch is? Hang on. They can put it right here on Susan's porch. Look at this right here. Uh-oh. No, hang on. I can't go down. It's a pretty little house, but let me get off of that. That's not what I want to talk about. I'll go over here. There we go. Deliverance. Now, let's see if we can find that log in Deliverance. Show the Americans what the future of their Constitution looks like. No, but this is a good point here. You had the gun. There you go. Oh, there you go. We got a gift. We flip. Oh, they got squeal like a piggy. Yeah, squeal like a piggy. This scared the hell out of me as a child. It's going to be America right there. Y'all going to be in your drawers. And the Bill of Rights and Constitution. I'm a Republican. I believe in a Republican. The other side, I'm a Democrat. We believe in progress. And the other side, I'm a conservative. We believe in conserving. And the corporations don't give a damn what you believe in. They're going to put you in the drawers, throw you over the log, stick a finger in your nose. They cry like a piggy. I like that guy. He is good. You know what? I might make that my wall. I just might make that my wall. That's the face you're going to see. That's the pharmaceutical industry, the big tech companies, and the juice drink companies. Are you drinking enough juice? Because your refrigerator is going to be tied to the internet of everything. The refrigerator, because jugs, if they still sell jugs, if y'all remember that juice, they're going to know how many jugs you got inside your refrigerator. The refrigerator going to tell on you. The refrigerator going to upload the 5G through social network. No, he only bought 4 jugs this year. And you're going to get a buzz on it. Well, I figure government can do anything they want to at that point. But then again, government's gonna get done too. Federal government, they're gonna build. They're gonna take it hard. The federal government gonna be a soldier. They're gonna take it for a minute. Central banks run the world. 200 men make all these decisions. Everybody else is gonna get ran up in the backside. All right, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's not what I'm saying. That's just how it works. It's not a conspiracy theory. That's just what money and power does. Money, corporations, they want to make as much money as possible. So they'll do anything to you that you're willing to go along with. Government just wants power. They'll do anything to you that you consent to go along with. You put the two together, you might as well just go ahead and bend over that log. Spread 'em wide. Brother Chris is in the house. Don't be scared. Fear is a mindset which will control chaos within the spirit. I agree with you, Daniel Santiago. I agree with you 100%. I'm scared, though. Well, no, it's not fear. What is it? How's that saying go? Well, you don't make any decisions on fear, but it's not the fear, it's the problem. Like, danger's a real thing. There's a difference between fear and danger. Okay, there you go. That's what we're gonna have to process this one. See, I'm not scared of the damn log. I'm a bonsai grower. I grow all kind of stuff. I ain't scared of no trees in the log. I ain't scared of this dude with 2 teeth. I ain't even scared of him. The problem is, when he is Colgate and that log is 5G, I'm in danger. My booty cheeks, they in danger. And I don't want them to be in danger. This year, I'm not saying nothing about you. Some of y'all, it's multi-directional. Mine ain't. Mine, nope. I don't even, because they got the colonoscopies now. Say, when you're by the age of 30, you need to get your colonoscopy. And I made choices. Let me see, do I give up eating carcinogen meats and juice and carcinogen water and cheese and milk? Do I cut that back? Or do I go and get that colonoscopy? I was not designed that way. Things come out. That's it. Just boop, 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 boop. Very real danger. You have no rights. When 5G is, when you are like, what is the name of that one? Training Day. Training Day. Here's a good example. You need to know the corporation's language. You need to know the language, otherwise they gonna get you. That was Training Day when Denzel Washington told him, what'd he tell him? Training Day, he told the brother. I like movie examples. Jake was in the car. Jake in the car. Let's do it like that. Jake was in the car. He was trying to educate him. If you don't know what these people talking about, he was talking about the Hispanic people. This is racist a little bit, but it was a good example. He said, these people plotting against you. I gotta get his face. I gotta get his face right there. Gotta get his face. Hang on. He got cancer on him too, because Denzel gonna get cancer too. Everybody, 5G gonna get everybody. 5G does not discriminate. Politicians gonna get it, the kids gonna get it, the babies in the bassinet gonna get it. Because the babies are only, the 12 inches long? If babies are 12 inches, like, oh, my baby's 12 inches. Isn't that how when they get born? Isn't that what we say? We measure the length. Now you can measure it based on how many 5G waves gonna go through, how many 60 gigahertz waves. So if you're 12 inches, you're gonna get 6 waves with every transmission. As soon as the baby born, you can pick up the phone. My baby was born, he's 12 inches. Say you just sent 12 inches of 5G waves, 6 waves right through his body, modifying his DNA. But you better learn the language. He was telling Jake in this scene that you better learn the language. You better learn to speak Spanish because they plotting against you. And I'm trying to tell you, these corporations are plotting against you. You better learn how to speak corporation. You better learn how to speak IT. You damn sure better learn how to speak oligarchy if that's what you got. Might be some democracy or somewhere around this world, but it ain't nowhere in the United States. You might have it at the state level, might be a little bit at the local level. At the federal level, all you got is corporations, profit, greed, and control. 2 political parties don't exist. They do exactly what puts money in their pockets. You can vote less if you like, because they don't really care. They're gonna give you that 5G. Trump says 6G, Democrats gonna yell 7G. Democrats yell 7G, the next one gonna yell 8G. By that time, we're gonna be at 1,000,000 G. And we're gonna look like the people on Dune. Y'all know the people on Dune? I told you I was trapped in the 80s. I don't know why y'all don't believe me. I'm trapped in the 80s. Dune, the floating guy. Y'all know the floating people on Dune? They had these floating Americans on Dune. It's the floating fat guy. They just basically became like, they wanted to float. And so they basically gave up all their rights to live forever. And so they got all these tubes plugged in them, and the pharmaceutical industries hooked all this stuff so they can give them like permanent drugs and vaccine thing, keep them alive, and flu shots and everything. And this is the Americans right here. They basically sold their souls for technology. Right there, that's what it look like. Right there. There you go. Everybody gonna have boils. Boils for everybody. Isn't that an Oprah thing? Boils for you, and boils for you, and scurvy for you, and leprosy for you. Isn't that her thing? They say that's her thing now. Speak it like a piggy. No, Lori, don't speak it like a piggy. We're not piggies. We're human beings. We might be 98% monkey, but we damn sure don't have to be bent over a log if we don't want to. Not if we don't want to. Yes, Bern Harkin. Yes, who was that? Jonathan. Close. You done had a great childhood as well. See, that's why they don't make these movies anymore. They don't make movies. Nowadays, they cheer this stuff. But these were important movies back in the day, because Americans, that's going to be you right. You're going to like all the zits, all the facial creams everybody used to clean up the acne and all that stuff. You can throw all that stuff out, baby, because boils are your future. If boils make profit, boils are your future. That's just how it's going to go. All right. Woo, that was a lot. Not to raw doggy on kids. This is offensive, Gerard, in my snowflakey voice. It is, Chris. This is offensive. Oh, it is offensive. It is completely offensive that people vote for government that's giving corporations every damn thing it wants, every time it asks. This is offensive. That's offensive. That's offensive. Oh, Patricia Hauser. She said it's called doing the Bernie. Ooh, taking it in the back. Ooh, there's only one Bernie. Oh, you know what, Patricia, I didn't change my mind. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't change my mind. I didn't search my soul. I had to search it deep, long, and deep. And I think that I want Bernie to be president. I've changed my mind. I want him to be president. I think that we need to make this Bernie 2020, and we need to find Bernie, wherever the hell he is, and we need to dig him up. We need to put some sunglasses on him, and I'm Bernie 2020 from now on. From here on out, I'm Bernie 2020. Y'all have no idea who Bernie is. From Bernie, here you go. Wait, no, that's a better picture of Bernie. You got the wrong Bernie. This is the Bernie I want. Can we have Bernie? Can this be 2020? Can we go dig him up somewhere? Just find somebody, put a warm body in the chair, put some glasses on. This is Weekend at Bernie's. Y'all remember Weekend at Bernie's? No, well, yeah, I'm feeling the burn. I am feeling the burn right now. You know why I'm feeling the burn right now? Because if we dig him up, put him in office, guess what? We're going to get the same thing. We're going to get the same thing. We're still going to get 5G. We're still going to get pesticide and water and Viagra. We're still going to get all of that. It doesn't really matter if he's a dead man or living man. The only difference is you won't have people cheering for it. I think that would be a beautiful thing. Can we do Bernie 2020? Can we do it? I'm a Bernie bro at this moment in time. I'm a Bernie bro. I think y'all are wrong and aggressive and foul that y'all talking about the Bernie bros. We need some Bernie bros and Bernie hoes. That's what we need. We need a whole bunch of them. We need a dead man in the office, and we still gonna be in trouble. We still gonna be in danger, y'all. We still gonna have to run, girl. We gonna have to run. Because the corporations don't care what's in that chair. They ain't gonna give two damns. All they need to know is where to write the check. They gonna write him a check. They gonna send the money, because that's all they ask. They don't care if it's a Democrat, Republican. They don't care if it's Trump or Obama. If they're in the office, okay, who we need to write this check to? So they approve glyphosate level 82, and they just send the check, change the name on the check, and send it to them. They're gonna send it to a dead man. Gonna be like Epstein, except for the fact that he didn't kill himself and didn't nobody else know neither. People still debate it, bro. They still debate. They still think Epstein is dead. That blows my mind. You know what? My biggest problem, I've been alive too long. I think somebody should kill me. No, I don't say that. No, don't say that. Don't kill me. I ain't ready to go yet. You say that like, oh yeah, it's psychopaths in this nation. We got a whole bunch of them. We just popping them out of wombs like you would not believe. Mental illness. Probably 5G's gonna do that, because they said 5G changes the fetus in the belly of the woman, and if the fetus, by the time the fetus is 2 inches, that means it's getting 5G waves. It's getting 60 gigahertz through that. So where the abortion people at, by the way? Where y'all at in this? How come y'all ain't say nothing? Y'all, they're cheering it. That's right, because Trump said it's a good idea and we're going to beat China. So now they're cheering to give babies cancer before they even born. Before they even get a chance to get out the womb, you're giving them 3 legs and 2 eyes and an anus on their ear. They can't even hear nothing. How you going to hear stuff? Got an anus on the ear and the ear. They were going to get endangered. And then you got to bend over the log this way. Oh my gosh. All right. It's going to be funny though, y'all. It's going to be, the end of the world going to be funny. End of the world is going to be hilarious. I'm sorry. There are a lot of ways to go. I think going this way might be kind of interesting, because you're going to see all kind of, you think Americans are funny shape now? You think Walmart food and pesticide and processed food made funny shaped Americans, weeble wobble Americans? You got some heavy on the top, some heavy on the bottom, some wobble and you think they look like the people from Dune now? You wait till 5G gets going and you get all these birth side effects and everything. They're not side effects. These are the effects that they want. Sick people need their government. Sick people need government. All right, sick people are profitable. Powerful, strong, independent people growing food. Y'all not profitable. Y'all suck. All the hippies, immediately, if somebody calls you a hippie, you can get like -200 points. Anybody in public, hippie, -200. Say anything about the Democrats, foul, negative 200. Say anything about the Republicans, negative 200. You have to say it that way, otherwise people don't get it. Whew. All right, yes, I'm in fifth gear. I'm shifting down, Beaufont. I'm shifting, bro. I used to drive, that was my first car. It was 4 on the floor. I don't even know what that means. It's so long ago. I had a stick shift. I'm shifting. I know. I'm chilling. Look, see, it's happening. I'm gonna chill like Bernie for a minute. I'm just gonna read comments. Beaufont done called me on it. He right. Sometimes I get to going. All right. Sometimes I do get to going. I think I'd rather die in that world where everybody got cancer, bulbs and bumps and knots and purple stuff, yellow green stuff, just snot coming out the nose and blood and urine and people doodling out this side. I think I'd rather die in that world because it would just be like, damn it, I had no idea this. You know what? Because then I could get like a stone tablet, like the mound builders and the Egyptians, and I can do some hieroglyphics and try to warn the next generation, like, don't do 5G. It's for social control. Right after they do that, you're gonna have an anus for a third eye. It's not gonna be a third eye. That third eye, that pineal gland is gonna turn into an anus. You're gonna be pooping in your brain. And so, see, the great way you leave that warning, make some Georgia Guidestones or something, put it up there, and people find it a couple thousand years. And so maybe the next time we get a run at this, and God finds some monkeys and want to make it into a human being, maybe we'll find that and we'll trust the warnings of the ancients. All right, I'm done. I shifted down, Beaufont. I'm shifting, man. All right, woo, lead paint blocks 5G. Oh, lead paint blocks 5G. That's great, Jack. But you start selling 5G in mass, they gonna get 6G out. They're already planning 6G, and 6G ain't gonna be 60 gigahertz. It's probably 120 gigahertz at this pace. And so you can get lead paint all you want. You're gonna have to put so much lead paint in your house, brother Jack. You're gonna have to get lead tin paint with metal flakes and to block that stuff. That signal's gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. Remember this, brother Jack, and you post this all the time. They print the money. That's why you can't. This is why I was telling Susan somebody the other day. You can't run fast enough. We're gonna run out. We're gonna live in the country. You gonna run to that country if you want. Shoot, it's a whole lot of companies in Silicon Valley. They got a whole lot of factories all over Latin America and China. You mean to tell me they're taking money out of your grandbaby? Your grandbaby ain't even born yet. Your grandbaby ain't even a thought yet. They're already giving them debt, printing, making millions of these 5G devices. There's no place in America you're gonna defy this. It's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You can't run enough. Because before Brother Jack, I was telling people plant bamboo because it blocks 5G. And then I realized that they don't really care. Bamboo grows fast, but not that fast. Oligarchy grows a hell of a lot. Wall Street profits grow a heck of a lot faster than bamboo. All right, anyway. Brother Jeffrey said, not at my house. Well, Brother Jeffrey, they got a police state, brother. You might be one of them. Got my 22, got my shotguns. You got people shooting those towers now. They actually don't care about that. Because what comes along with 5G, what I try to explain to people from the IT world, is they're going to have swarming drones. The future of 5G also is the police state. Because the problem with the police is they got empathy and they can't stop everybody from shooting them towers. When everybody's house has a drone, everybody gonna have their own police. That's how it's gonna work. Everybody's gonna have their own little police force on top of their house because they can swarm the drones, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Ain't nobody gonna touch them 5G towers, brother. Ain't nobody gonna touch them. They got that zap, right? Did you see the cause I was telling a lady about this the other day. Everybody's worried about the Terminator, and it's fun to be worried about the Terminator, but you don't have to worry about the Terminator. The problem with Terminators is they got a lot of parts. They break down, you can shoot them, and they tend to be kind of expensive. Terminator ain't coming. The Terminator's only coming in concept. Like, this is the Terminator, if y'all have not seen that documentary. The problem with Terminators, they take a long time to make. You gotta make factories. See, they got the jawbones and the servos and the two-step motors and stuff. You gotta put them glowing eyes in there. That take a whole lot of time. Making toys, drone toys, and that's a whole different thing. See, you can make a killer drone in a matter of seconds. You can even 3D print them. Because all the thing has to do is fly and have a little pop. And they've been doing this. They've been making the killer drones. See, not even this drone, because this is fake news. This was from the movie The Terminator. That's fake news. These drones take too long to make. What's easy and quick are these guys right here. This is what you need to worry about, the little ones. And you'll buy your way into death. Why? Because they'll sell them at your local Toys R Us. And your kids will watch the commercials before Christmas. Oh, Daddy, I want one. Mommy, can I have 3? And you'll buy them. And that corporation's gonna take that profit, get a military contract, and then it's gonna sell millions of them. But they can make those in factories. Everybody's gonna have like 20 of them on your roof. So everybody's gonna obey. Somebody gives a bad report, says, oh, Citizen Deb posting something on YouTube. That's it. Her own police force gonna take off. Said, Citizen, please, we're gonna escort you to the prison. And she gonna go. Why do that thing? It a zapper. You can put a taser right on the bottom of it. All right. Politicians aren't important enough for 5G. Well, politicians, I think, Rebecca, just gonna be part of it. Like I see what you're saying. No, they're not big enough. They can't stop it. Like, we need to vote for anti-5G politicians. That's not gonna help. You might still have a dead man. That's Bernie 2020. You might have a dead man in office. It's not gonna matter, right? These corporations, they have a bureaucracy that's writing the rules. They own the FAA and the FCC and all the people supposed to be regulating this. Same way they own the EPA and all the people just putting all the pesticides in your water and approving all the next glyphosate carcinogen cancer to go in your body and your kids' school lunches. So yeah, they don't really care who your president. The politicians are. This is beneath the political parties. All of this is beneath America. All the nations in the world are running for it. Whoever wants this is a powerful mofo. That's a powerful mofo. And he probably got all his teeth. He got a big log, but he got all his teeth. You think they're putting 5G in the neighborhoods? Yes, they are, Susan. I think they're hanging one right outside my door. This might be my last stream, Susan. This might be the last one. They might be the last one. Because I'm going to tell y'all, Susan, all I know, I'm going to sell y'all out. I sell you out. I ain't going to die. I'm going to go and die in a debilitating death in my closet, because that's what they want people to do. Ain't gonna be no food lines and people rioting and stuff. No, they just want you to die quietly in your home because you're gonna have a police force on your roof. Hell no, I'm gonna get me a job. I told Susan I'm gonna go get the chunk, I'm gonna get the chip, I'm gonna put that on my brain, be a cyborg, I'm gonna be the fat floating guy, get my boils and stuff. Oh no, I'm gonna buy and sell. But before that comes, I'm telling everybody we need to get rid of this capitalistic system. I ain't no better than nobody in government. I ain't no better than nobody running a business, trying to make money, selling and buying on Wall Street. I ain't no better than them. They like to eat. I like to eat too. Oh, this is it. Look right here. This is your government spraying the drones out the back of a, what is that, a C5? No, it's not a C5. C-130. C-130, I think it's C-130. Spraying them right out the back. They're not even hiding it from them. It's like, yeah, go America. We're making jets with drones. They're going to take on the terrorists. The terrorist of profit. All right. Define terrorism to the oligarchy is anyone who gets in the way of profit. All right. Profit is made when they steal your rights. And this is where your terrorists came from. They had land they wanted to steal and minerals and oil they wanted to steal, and poor farmers over there got in the way with it. So it magically got the name terrorist. What do you think you will be? Because you believe in your Second Amendment and freedom of speech, and you want to hear the hate speech because you want to solve the problems that create the hate, and you're trying to love the hate out. You will be a terrorist. All right? That's how this works. It's really that simple, and they put it right in front of your face. We all gonna die. That's why I say hashtag. I'm just not ready for this world. I think that we can stop it. We can stop it. And we know that because they're censoring everybody right now. That's how you know that they sense danger. They're not scared. They're not fearful. But they're censoring everybody because they sense danger. They know that there is an issue. People are starting to realize that maybe the politicians aren't here to help. Maybe the kings and lords don't have the people's interest in mind. The same people that brought you Prima Nocta, one of their favorite grapes that they can screw your wife on the wedding night to make sure that she carries on his seed instead of yours. Dune is a great read. Yes, Dune is a great read, Brother Jonathan. I'm a little slower on the giddy up than you are, so I think it's a great movie. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Trish. I'm saying good morning to everybody. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Now I'm finally, both was like, you supposed to downshift a minute ago, brother. What's going on? Apparently, cannibals refer to us as long pig. Ooh, Patricia, is that real? Long pig? Hopefully from like the eating perspective. Not the screw. I don't think the cannibals in the rainforest, I think they got organic things they can screw. I don't think they want to screw us. But they call us long pigs. Well, you know what? Probably corporations do too. And looking at that word cannibals makes me think about cannabis, because that's what I thought it was at first. You think you're going to smoke cannabis in the 5G world? They already know what you're smoking. They know what you bought, who you bought it from, when you bought it, why you bought it, where you bought it, how much you smoke of it. You ain't doing no mushrooms. You ain't doing anything. Nothing that actually makes you happy. They need you fearful and working. Good morning, Nicole. What's going on, Chris? They got 9G on Epstein Island. Yes, they do, Chris. They got 9G on Epstein Island, Chris, and they recorded everybody. They videoed everybody who went to the island. And that's why Epstein got a great retirement. He sit on an island somewhere drinking Mai Tais, feet kicked up in a lawn chair while people are cheering, "We got the pedophile." That's not how my world works. Billionaires protect each other. They always have, and they always will, as long as people believe what's in that news. Woo! The whole Dune series is great read. Dune in and of itself is dense. Absolutely. What's the principle, Chris Barrett? I think within that, it's the principle. It's the understanding of the principles of the movie and the spice. Everybody wanted the spice. Everybody wants the oil in the world they created by taking something that was of extreme value, that was plentiful, but you limit it to a few. This is the world we have. We have to focus on principles. Always about, there's so many deep messages in these Hollywood movies, which is why I'm not anti-Hollywood. Some of y'all hate Hollywood, burn it down. I don't think we need to burn it down. They're like Google. They're like Facebook. They're like everything else. They're like the CIA and the FBI and Homeland Security. They're full of your neighbors. They're full of your friends. They're full of your Facebook friends. And that's why we need to stop fighting people that we got everything in common with. These people are just convinced that they're helping. We need to show them that they're not helping. We need to help people critically think about the long-term effects of where all this is going. Let them look at the big picture, and they'll be like the Google whistleblower who was on Big Tree's video the other day. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, he did a whistleblower video yesterday. The Google whistleblower was on there, right? I think they know I don't think the corporations have fear, but I know they know they're in danger, which is why they're centering as hard as they are. Because you have whistleblowers who are now starting to release information of what these big corporations are up to. And Google has a whole bunch of them. Google might self-correct itself, and I think Facebook could too, but people gotta start standing up. You gotta turn their danger into fear. You gotta make them fearful that, hey, you got two choices. You wanna exist in our world. You're going to be doing things for humanity. You're not going to be doing things to keep us in conflict because it sells more ads. You're going to help us build Gaia. You're going to help us rebuild Eden instead of getting us to fight with other people because it makes a lot of advertisement dollars. But then also we got to get the Global Alliance outside of their organizations. You got to get the control factors out. Then let Facebook go back to being Facebook. Facebook doesn't care if you use hate speech. Facebook doesn't care about your porn. Facebook doesn't care about what you think, where you're going. Facebook just wants you to log on. They just want you to like, subscribe, share, and be entertained so they can get paid in ad dollars. And I believe that. I think Facebook should be allowed to do that. But they're using it as a political tool because the corporations that control the government are forcing them to do exactly what they need them to do, which is to keep everybody in conflict for power and money. All right, there you go. Whew, I'm downshifted, I think. I am all the way downshifted. They're like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, I'm not. Probably not. But I'm a chill. Did you see state breakfast address? No, I did not. Are you talking about, Jack, are you talking about the State of the Union address? We don't have a union, so I don't watch the State of the Union address. I didn't watch him with Obama, and I'm not watching with Trump because we don't have a union. We don't have a republic. If we had a republic, I'd watch it. So like the whole basis of it is a lie. Short of them just coming on stage saying, y'all ain't got no union. If you want to get a union, you might want to do something about it. You don't have a republic. We're being told what to do. So I don't even watch it. He'd do a better job than the current politicians did and all. Yes, he would, Bern. I think Bernie, that's why, Chris, I'm for Bernie. I got to be careful saying it because people, Gerard done turned on us. He's for Bernie. Yes, I am for Bernie. I'm for a weekend at Bernie's. I think that Bernie will do a lot of great for the world. I think that Bernie could help us, right? Not that anything would be any different under that Bernie, but I think if you got that, oh, look at these weapons. But I think if you had that Bernie, at least people wouldn't believe the nonsense. They wouldn't be cheering 6G and 5G because one of the presidents said it. Bernie can't say 5G. He can't get it out his lips. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right. Also on your wall, Brother Jack. All right, I'll take a peek. Thank you, sir. That is every president we've had. An empty shell being controlled by the real owners. That's it, Susan. And that's all we can do. All we can do is tell people you can't force people to do nothing. We all gonna die together. We all gonna die together. Oh, is this a picture of the projectile? Is that the projectile? That's it. Yep, there you go. This is a picture right here. This is how they're gonna control. This is how you know you're gonna drink your Ovaltine. This is how you know, because this is how the drone, the explosive device works. You know, so it's a lightweight explosive device that just blows up on your cranium, and it sends shards down through. It just has to break through the skull and it gets your brain. That's it. And that's how they know that you are going to pay your taxes. You're going to go to school. You're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Ain't none of this taking no need nonsense. You know, you're going to be black and you're going to be fighting white privilege, or you're going to be white. You're going to be fighting to stop the immigrants, or, you know, whoever. You just got to be on the team. You just got to choose Coca Pepsi. As long as you choose Coca Pepsi, you're good to go. You get a lot of social credit. You go to church, pay your tithe, go to the mosque, go to the Muslim thing, pay your money over there. As long as you're doing exactly what the state needs you to do to scare some other people somewhere, you'll have a high credit score. That's how it works. Bernie is good for us. Yes, he is. I agree. Absolutely. I'm not sure if we're talking about the same Bernie, but we are talking about that. Who is that? Kate? Yeah, we talking about the same Bernie. Yes, we are. I'm Bernie 2020. Feel the burn. Let me find. I'm gonna find a. Let me see if I can find an ad. Feel the burn. So you can come in. Gerard done sold us out. Yeah, okay. Feel the burn. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do T-shirts. If I do T-shirts, y'all buy that. I'm gonna do a coffee mug. It's gonna be feel. Oh, look, here's a coffee mug right here. Feel the burn 2020. But we got to say somehow, how do you say, like, it, put it as a weekend? Feel the Bernie. Feel the weekend at Bernie's 2020. That's what we need. Feel the Bernie 2020. Let me take that down, because you know the Bernie people won't come now. Yes, we finally converted him. He believes in Bernie. No, I believe in the power of capital. Anyway, all right, I'm done. Speaking of Bernie's, that was a great movie. I might have to watch that today. Weekend at Bernie's. Does Bernie invite y'all to weekends? Is there any people here any real Bernie bros? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this movie again. I forgot. This is great. Oh, this is fantastic. That's what we do. We can set Bernie up just like that. There ain't enough preparation H to feel the burn. Oh gosh. All right. Wow, G is up to the 5th gear this morning. Was I in 5th gear? I thought I got 6. I was hoping I got 6, but my first car, it only had 4 gears, a Volkswagen Bug, 1974. I wasn't getting too far with that, but I don't think I only had 4 gears in it. We will wobble. They don't fall down. Right. And Lori, they don't want Americans to fall down. They want them to keep wobbling, paying their taxes, going to Walmart, getting some soda and donuts. Side effects equals planned outcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why they're not side effects, Susan. They are the effect. The effect is they need this to happen because they make more money when this happens. So there are no side effects in medications or side effects or anything. There are no coincidences in your world, not when 200 people. Do you think 200 people running the world would let anything coincidental happen? There are no coincidences. Call things for how you say them. 4 on the floor, 4 gears, 3 on the column. Any other comments before I can get out of here? It's an entire planet under slavery caused by all being sold the lies from the top to the bottom. Yep, from the bottom, from the top to the top to the bottom. It's all lies, Citizen Dev. It's all lies. And people buy it. I disagree with you on the sold part. I don't know. Are they selling the lies? I guess, I don't think they're selling it. I think people want to be lied to. I think it's worse. I think it's worse, Citizen Dev. I don't think they got like a live market or nothing. I don't think they have advertisement. I think that people like, lie to me. Tell me it's going to get better. Tell me you're on my side. I think people are begging to be lied to. I don't think that they're like forcing it. I don't think they're selling it. I don't think the lie's on discount or blue light special. I think people are like, please lie to me and tell me it's going to be okay. And the politicians say, it's going to be okay. All right. What's Gerard sharing as we speak? Something. So got this constitutional thing going because we refuse to go down without a fight. That's Brother Mark, because he is indoctrinated to fight. Yes, brother. And that came from your generation. Fight. We don't have nothing. I don't have any fight in me, Brother Mark, to be honest with you. I'm fought out. I got too many Americans. They can't even run, Mark. They literally. They walk fast, and you start hearing the asthma. We're just walking through like a local mall or something. There's no fighting them. All we can do is walk away. That's all I see. We just gotta walk away, brother. They destroyed that Constitution a long time ago. Friday night movie time. Yes, Christine, it's a good night. I don't mind watching a movie tonight. I finished my show. What was I watching? I was watching Future Man. That was a great show. That came to an end. I don't know what I'm gonna watch next. Somebody got some good Netflix things for me. I was gonna watch some UFO stuff. I'm tired of UFO. I don't even want to see the TV UFO stuff no more. I don't even want to see it because now we got real UFOs. You got a mainstream agreeing and the patents are released that we got free energy. I don't even want to see the fake UFO. What's the name of that show on the History Channel? I started watching it. It was going through Project Blue Book and they were like releasing to the Americans slowly the fact that they're not alone. So they can scare them into an alien invasion, making them think that the aliens care about 98% monkeys on the planet with dirty water called oil. I don't even want to watch it. I watched like the first 6 episodes. And I'm just like, I don't want fake aliens no more. I don't need the aliens, and I don't need what they've actually released to tell us. We got real aliens. I believe there's aliens everywhere, Christine. I think they're walking around. I do. I just think that we don't know what they are. When I say alien, I don't mean from another planet. I mean alien to our allowed perception of reality. Aliens might be us in the future. That's mostly where my mind is at this moment in time. It might change in 30 minutes, but right now, I just think that people coming back on field trips, and I think they're watching us. Because you know what? Like, think about the reality. Eventually, we will make time machines if we don't murder ourselves. And we'll use the time machines. And I don't know about you, but I'd love to go back in time and see like what my great granddaddy was up to. I'd love to see that. I'd pay to go see that. I think you'll have time police and all this stuff. And I think they come back and they got these cloaking devices. Because even in Japan, the guy got the cloaking device. So if a guy in Japan 10 years ago had a fabric that was like in that movie, Lord of the Rings, where he can hide behind that, where do you think we're going to be in 200 years? Well, not us, because we're not going to be here. We all going to be dead, buried in the ground. We're going to be growing their tomatoes and peppers and stuff. But the oligarchs that are here in the future, they're going to want to go back and see us. That's not more entertaining for them to want to come back and see us. Like, oh, look at that. We're going to go back to, like, I can see the teacher now. I'm not talking to Christine. We're going to go back to February 7th, 2020, when they should have figured it out. But they didn't figure it out. They were just dumb. And that's why all their lines are dead now. And while your lines were superior, who served the corporations. And they'll come back in a time machine. Honestly, this is going to sound crazy, but I think that there's kids all around me right now in a class from 30, 24, and they just came back to see the day, the year, the time where we should have figured it out. See, class, this is the time when they released to the public that they had free energy, but the public couldn't figure it out. This is when the UFOs were flying. They admitted to the alien, but the public didn't know what was going on. And so just how your great ancestor created the eugenics project, the Rockefellers, that they had something wrong with those poor people. Back then in 2020, if you didn't make $22 million a year, you had bad DNA. You had some kind of a fungus going. So it was a good thing that we rolled out the new eugenics project for 5G and social credit scoring. That way, it filtered out all the people with the bad funguses that made them do things like want to be free and live their own lives. I believe it to be true. I think the class is laughing right now, and I can't even hear them laughing. I believe that to be true. I think that the time people, aliens might be just us coming back in time machines, and Roswell might have just been one broke. It came back, because I don't think people who have that level of technology crash ships. I don't think anybody flies here from another solar system has a problem with lightning. Like, if you can deal with gravity of suns and fly that distance, I don't think the little lightning is going to, hit your UFO and crash. I think it was probably time machines. They just happened to flash back in a time, and that lightning bolt just went right through. And that's why the bodies were little, because they were just kids from the future. They were the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Carnegies, the Mellons. It was all their kids, not our kids, not our future lineage, because we have none. We have none. Our job is to keep working and keep fighting with each other, picking Coke or Pepsi until they get the robots and automation to replace everybody. And then we're just going to go die peacefully in our homes, because we can't say anything about it. At least butthole sunning is safe. Beaufort, it's only safe for you, because anyway, it's safe for you, people. If you got your booty cheeks, and it's safe for you, because you don't care about what's coming up out of there, that scent and particles and stuff. Everybody else, they care. It's like the elites. Yeah, 5G is safe for them, because they're not going to put 5G in the wealthiest communities where they actually buy legislators to write the law. It's going to go in all of our other communities. It's safe for them, not for me. Butthole sunning is the same way. Please keep your community in mind. All right, if it's the Bern or DT, they will only do what they make them do. That's it, Brother Jack. And how come nobody liked that post by Brother Jack? He's spot on right there. It doesn't matter if it's Donald Trump. It doesn't matter if it's Bernie. It doesn't matter if it's Ocasio. It doesn't matter if it's Biden. It doesn't matter. The corporations don't care who it is. And you should be grown enough to know that by now. It's just money and power. And they're not stupid. They're being controlled at their level. We're being controlled at our level. They're being controlled at their level. And they're not going to defy a system, not when the population is so ignorant and the population is not behind them. Allies, US, UFOs. Yes, Miss Tree, and they are not our allies. There ain't nobody in Space Force allies. But I think a good thing is probably anybody flying them Space Force ships that are ending up being chased by F-18s and end up on the news. Is they're human. They're human. They want to get rid of that, because some pilots tell you truthful things. They want to get rid of that and put drones in there. The AI will make sure that it does not tattletale. They're going to replace all the pilots, replace all your military, replace all your police, because everything is about control. You can't control people that got free people, or people who believe in freedom, or people who reboot and realize that they've been lied to, or people who have empathy, kids at home. They need drones who will just shoot anybody walking, just follow the orders. I asked my dad to take me to the movie Deliverance. I got it confused with the 10 Commandments. My dad said, "Are you sure that that's the movie you want to see?" That movie, we walked out when I realized, oh, okay, Diana, all right. Good morning. Brother Kevin in the house. Joe Rogan recently interviewed a quantum mechanic physicist. Apparently, there are many copies of us out there in different realities, difficult to grasp. Not really, Ivan. Not really. I think when you really accept to the extent that our government lies to us, which is the extent that the corporations require them to, we know nothing about reality. We know nothing. I think it's hard to fathom, but it makes sense when you look at like string theory, the multiverse, and how different timelines go off in different directions. It's not difficult to grasp that they're lying to me. I think I don't understand it though. I'll say that. And maybe that's what you mean by difficult to grasp. Like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's a version of you everywhere. Every decision path you have, it spurts a new dimension. There's a whole version of us who decided back in 1871 it was a bad idea to make the American government a corporation, and they're all free. They're all playing with the robots, and the robots are growing their food and making their squash and making butternut soup and doing beautiful things for them, building their houses, and then there's us. That's why I hate being in this dimension, Ivan. I think I was supposed to be with them. I don't think I was supposed to be with these folks out here. I was born in the wrong dimension, but that's okay. I'm here. I'm gonna do everything I can, and all we can do right now is tell people, good morning, Dre. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Maggie. Let me see. We're pink. Well, some of us, fat, and taste like bacon. cooked over an open flame. Patricia, I don't want to know how you know that, what we taste like, but I agree. We are definitely food for cannibalistic corporations in that analogy. Absolutely. Control and power, Chris, that's what it's always about. That's what it's always, as long as we allow power and money to exist, every decision is going to be made by control power. That's all. That's it. 5G is not for lightning fast. Internet's not so you can play your video games. It's so you'll be a Democrat, they'll be a Republican. Y'all will keep fighting over ego and drama, and corporations will decide everything until they want us to go in our homes and quietly die in the closet peacefully with our children so they can take over the world. All right. Good morning, Katya. All right. I'm moving down. Ooh, who was that? Sister Jeannie. Ooba-laba-dooba-dooba. Yep, same thing. That we speak in Cherokee. Y'all don't understand that. That's okay. But we know how we there. We got that Native American thing going. I got my ancestor thing going on. I was not colonized and had all my ancestry deleted. Like, you have to think about colonization. Oh, such a horrible thing. Because all they do is they delete everything important. We all come from great people. Great tribal people who created natural medicines and built structures and did beautiful things all over the world. The current model we have for the world were people who had guns and just murdered everybody from every culture that was doing anything greater than them simply because they had guns. And I think that alone should make the case that we need government military control. That's what we need. Common sense government gun control. You know, if we take the guns from the politicians, the earth, I think, will go back to being a beautiful, beautiful place. And by gun, I don't mean just gun. I don't mean just tank and drone and all that. I mean power. I mean, actually give the power back to the people. Don't give governments, kings and lords, any power over you that you don't have yourself. And that really is what the Second Amendment was about, is making sure that the people stay in power. Because anytime the kings and the lords got 5Gs and social credit scores and banks and controlled money and things like that, they can make you do anything they want. They dictate history. They can burn your history up anytime they want. You can come from Cherokee ancestors and they'll have no idea when somebody speaks Cherokee. And she didn't even speak Cherokee. She's probably you. It's probably something else. And I'm like, that's Cherokee. Ooba-laba-looba-looba. You know, people come in and speak African to me. Yeah, and boo-boo to you too. They burned it all. And they made us all new slaves. And we're all slap happy, slapping each other and we're happy while the government slaps everybody harder. All right, stop your spiritual ascent. It does. Yes, Christine, 5G probably does. It affects your brain. There's no question. Those 2-inch waves will certainly affect your brain. If you don't have the latest technologies, you probably have a low credit social scoring. Good morning, Christopher, brother Mark. Let me see. Coke and Pepsi own the same country. Not allowed to mention. Ooh, Coke and Pepsi owned by the same country, not allowed to mention. Yeah, and then when Kate says stuff like that, you're supposed to go out and do your research. You're supposed to go out, do a search for who owns Coke and Pepsi. What nation owns Coke and Pepsi? You can still find that stuff on Google. You can still find it in Keiser. Soon you're not going to find it. But she said it that way for the same reason I call him V-sign. Right? Certain things that you will be allowed to say less and less and less and less, and then you got 5G, and then all we can say is it's a good thing for certain nations to own Pepsi, Coca-Cola. They should own jugs too, and that's the only way you can post on the internet. All right, there you go. Better feel the burn. I feel the burn, Christine. I feel the burn right now. I feel the burn. I feel the burn. Not the 5G burn. I feel dead burn. Good morning, Gabrielle. The Messiah on Netflix looks good. Okay, I'm gonna check out the Messiah, Susan. I'm gonna look at the Messiah because I need a new thing to watch to make me forget about this world. That's why I won't give up my TV. I'm hanging on to it because it lets me forget about all the nonsense that's happening in my world. Brother David Frank, good morning. I'm watching Missing 411. I need ideas for myself. Yeah, is that the one, Caprina? That's the one where they have the people go missing. I can't watch anything that's too much like America right now. Like I can't, if it's got human trafficking and pedophilia, if it's got like all the police shows, the police state stuff where they're cheering that, if it's got like 24 with CTU, FBI, and CIA, go America, this is for us. This is gonna keep our freedoms. I can't watch that stuff because it's too much of a lie. The new Top Gun is coming out. I can't watch that. I'm not gonna watch it because I know it's just more of that open air controlling the public, trying to convince me that it's good to be in a tribe. I'm against the tribe. And like missing 411, if it's anything like the reality that we have in our world, I don't want to watch. I like fantasy, Caprina. I'm more of a fantasy person. When I check out in the evening or I pass out into a comatose I hate where this world is going status, forget about all this nonsense, I watch Aliens, I watch Coast to Coast. There's a radio show I listen to. I listen to people talk about some dragons and ghosts. Watch some dinosaurs eat people or something. But I don't want like the things that people really die from today. To me, that it gets my blood pressure up. It doesn't bring it down. In the evenings when I pass out, I want to pass out to something that's completely unlike reality that's going on right now. Hey Sharon, how you doing this morning? We'll need distribution to lead fulfilled lives. Yes, we do, Brother Matthew, which is why I keep fighting Brother Danny on this communism. Like, stop capitalism, start communism. I'm like, no, Brother Danny, stop capitalism and stop everything based in capital. And then after that, you have no reason for communism. You have no reason for socialism. And the scary thing that your government won't tell you is you basically, at that point, you ain't got no need for government. That's why you don't hear anything about the Zeitgeist movement or Venus Project or anything like that. Because when people are free and they're doing great things, then you don't go hire kings and lords and Democrats and Republicans to rob Peter to pay Paul. Everybody's happy and they're leaving you alone. Nobody's rolling out 5G to give you cancerous cells, hiding it in some damn trees. All you have is happy people doing happy things, and happy people doing happy things, they have no need of government. When everything's supplied to you that you need, you don't need a job. That means you're happy. And people say, yeah, but then people will sit at home in their drawers and play video games. I literally need Americans to stay home in their drawers and play video games. I need this. I actually need this. But then people won't do anything constructive. They'll just have sex all day. I need Americans to stay at home, that you marry somebody. I think you should have sex all day. I think it's important. I need y'all to be happy. These people are aggressive and a mess. These people are stressed. And they're taking all the Viagra and they're taking all the things and pissing out in the water. When happy people don't need drugs that they piss in the water that I got to drink back in through the water companies. Happy people don't vote for politicians and politics keeping conflict alive in currency systems that need to go extinct. Happy people don't do those things. I need them to stay home. But then our world will stop to evolve technologically. You have no idea what passion is. All right? People who are passionate about these things don't stop. When you get rid of capital, if you're new, I say this every third day. No, you don't. Say it every day. When you get rid of capital, the planet goes back to being organic. That's it. In every way. The planet goes back to being Eden, and no longer are men in control of what this God thing created creators to create creations did. Right? Things are organic or they're GMO. Having a government is GMO. Right? It's controlling you. It's compulsion. Anytime something compels you, you're not organic. That's what pesticides are. They're compelling. But when you leave nature alone, things go the way they're supposed to. All right. Good morning, Lorna. I gotta go. Any more words? West Palm Beach will not have 5G. Is that true, Jennifer? Where's West Palm Beach? Is that in Africa? Is that in where's Latin America? Yeah, they'll probably be one of the last ones to get it. But if that's in America, Jennifer, I usually trust the people with the guns, the people with the military and the National Guard and the money. And outside of 5G, and I don't know what happened in West Palm Beach if they got together, the people with no money, and decide to tell the federal government what they're going to do. My kids used to do that all the time, Jennifer. They used to get together and they used to tell me what I was going to do. They get together, there's three of them. They get together, like, yeah, Dad gonna do this for us. We gonna get together and Dad's gonna buy more cake, and he's gonna stop feeding us green leafy greens. We're gonna make him buy a chicken. We're gonna make Dad. Dad make the money in the house, which means Dad make the decisions. Not only that, Dad's bigger. So West Palm Beach could get together with South Palm Beach and East Palm Beach and North Palm Beach and multi-dimensional Palm Beaches, and they can get together with Florida. But at the end of the day, if they don't have the numbers or the power or the money or what's got the federal government has, Florida will capitulate, and so will all the different direction of the Palm Beaches, right? Money dictates this world. Capital dictates this world. And everybody who decided that decision in Palm Beach needs capital. And all they got to do is threaten them, right? I mean, you know, like, I don't want to go into the whole Title 4E and child trafficking and child welfare reform where you created child trafficking in America legally and put it on paper. But if money decides, West Palm Beach can decide anything they want. And maybe if they are defiant, they might be the last. But just from a compulsion perspective alone, if West Palm Beach needs money and they get detached from America, people in West Palm Beach going to want to be reattached, because then nobody's delivering food. You're not getting food deliveries from automated trucks that are driving in the food. So now people in West Palm Beach don't have food. Nobody's sending in the electronics. Why? Because they want the non-5G electronics while the whole nation moved to 5G electronics. They won't have cell phones. They won't have water. They won't have food. They won't. And then the people in West Palm Bay gonna rise up. Say, damn it, we need 5G. And then they gonna get 5G. That's what power is. It's control. That's why capital was existed. Capital was invented. That's why it wasn't existed. That's not a thing. It was invented. That's why it was invented, to control the population, to get them to go to work for labor. And that's exactly what it'll do to West Palm Beach. So I'm not one that believes these local governments are fighting the federal government. I don't think the federal government cares about their fight. That's what I think. I think all states are cash strapped and they all bow to the nipple of those who are printing the money. And they'll do anything they want. And the people in West Palm Beach, say the politicians, if they stood up for the people, you got other in West Palm Beach who want to run to lead that. And they'll take that money from Cisco, they'll take that money from Huawei, they'll take that money from corporations, and to make sure that they win that election. And then they'll take down any of the rulings they have about 5G. That's the problem with money deciding. Those with the most jewels, those with the most money decide. It doesn't. Once again, it was a Rothschilds, right? You know, if you give me the ability to print a nation's currency, and I care not who writes its laws, and they did not exclude West Palm Beach in that. This is the real present danger we're in, people. It's not time to be fearful, but we have to look at how things work. And when you look at how things work, they really don't care about your little local mandates. And even if they don't want to violently enforce it on your community, they'll just do it through economics, right? People, they will beg you. They will make people in your state beg for 5G, and then it'll come. Please explain what you mean, Mystery. Y'all having that conversation. Brother Gerard, we evolve into entitled beings, fully accepting our independence. We will become sustainably self-governing. I think so, Kevin. I just don't want like a war to happen for that to occur. I don't want like major starvation and another depression for that to occur. I'd love it if people just woke up and said, you know what? I can see where this is going. I can do mathematics. I see 2 + 2. 5G plus the social credit score is just slavery. We're just shackling up, and the next generation will never get out of it. And just walk away. I prefer that. Things too numerous to write. Oh, okay. All right. I know going on. Yeah. Christina wins. Oh, you're talking to Christina. There is propaganda in the older movies when you analyze. Predictive programming. Absolutely, Patty. Is that Patty said that? And it's in the modern stuff too. You know, it's in the news. There are very truthful things in the news. There are very truthful things in the billionaires' media. There are very truthful things in Hollywood, Bollywood, and Nollywood. But you have to be a critical thinker to find them, right? There are a lot of very great truths in the Matrix, but you got to be able to find them. I think the older movies were a little more truthful. I think they were allowed to make it a little more obvious. In the modern movies, you got to dig between the cracks to find the principles now. Good morning, Adam and Mandy, Tony, Emil. Let me get going. Let me get down in the comments. Woo! Messiah on Netflix is pretty good, disturbing, and shows how easy it is to indoctrinate the masses with false prophet. Ooh, I want to see it, Kate, but I'm afraid that's going to be just what I see every day. It kind of sounds like today. It kind of sounds like My Americans. Say anything and SAP, we are in nowhere land. ZAP, we're in nowhere land. Okay, yeah, Jennifer. James in the house, good morning. Hollywood is also ended. Hollywood also ended a long time ago. It's pure propaganda. Absolutely, Kate. And that's why it's only hidden between the cracks. The writers and directors, and mostly it's the writers. I don't know if they do it intentionally, like with The Matrix, or if they're telling truthful stories or truthful realities, truthful how things are working. And if you like look between the cracks, you can see that this isn't going in a positive place. So I don't know if they're like heroes and they're like embedding in their stories things that are explained to people that you are in the Matrix and that you are going to end up destroying your planet, enslaving yourself, or if it's just subconsciously. I don't know. I feel you, Gerard. Missing 411 is about people who have gone missing in national parks. Oh, never mind. I take that back. I take it back. You don't feel me. No, you don't, Caprina. No, I agree with you now. They blame Bigfoot and UFOs and unknown reasons. No, I love that, Caprina. I do. But you know what? That's a little scary too. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Missing 411, the book. I didn't know that there was a series about that. And I listened to a few of his interviews. I don't know. I like the idea of Bigfoot grabbing people. I like the idea of people from the future coming back and grab somebody and disappear. I don't think it's UFOs and stuff. I think that that's like pharmaceutical companies and people testing on people, because we brought the whole Nazi thing here, right, with Operation Paperclip, and we have this model of quietly testing on people. And I think if they run out of people, they'll probably grab people. So I think that might be kind of realistic. So I don't know. And that is a little bit like reality. I think that what he's after, if y'all don't know who she's talking about, I forgot his name. He wrote a book, and he when people go missing in parks and the police give up, he goes back and traces the steps, and like there's a lot of crazy reasons why these people disappeared in circumstances where, I think the last one I heard, Caprina, was an older guy. I think the guy was like in his 80s or something. He was a guy's father, and he's had a little bit of Alzheimer's or something. And he left him in a shooting blind. I'm just giving an example. He left him in a shooting blind, and the guy walked away and came back, and his father could barely walk, right? And he looked for him. He couldn't find him. He wasn't in the shooting blind. And I guess they found him a few days later, and he was like 2 miles away on the other side of some cavern or something where it'd be impossible for a young person to climb and get to the other side. I think he might have been undressed or something. That could be alien abduction. That could just be T3RSB or the TR3B being utilized for experimentation, or just to scare the population. Just come in, pick people up, drop them over somewhere. But he looks into stuff like that. And there were a lot of really creepy ones that I think that something alien to us did. And alien to us is multidimensional. It's government with top secret programs. It's top secret DARPA technology. It's all kind of things that we're not told about. So I agree that it is alien. It's alien to us because we don't know how people can disappear, and 4-year-olds can climb mountains, but they end up doing it. And people say, yeah, that's probably wolves and stuff, but no, he's an investigator. He investigates, and there are no teeth marks. They're not eaten. Nothing's taken. They're just left in a place that just makes no sense. So yeah, that's a little graphic. I like a little more fantasy. Shake a little more sugar on it. I want it to be green. Let it be green people grabbing them, and somebody saw the green people, a guy who was floating through the woods or something, and all the kids saw him. They thought it was an alien. I'd do more of that. Come on in, Barbara. I've got to get going. Get down through, make sure I hit enough of the comments, and I think I got a comment by everybody, right? That's my new phone. Y'all hear that? Do-do-do-do-do. That's my new phone. Like I said, I upgraded. I'm done. Once I saw that all the phones were going 5G, I need to make sure I have a 4G phone backup, because I'm clumsy and I break my phone probably every couple of years. And this one had a crack, and she's fine, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm gonna finish paying for that one, leave it in the drawer, so when the new phone breaks, and I'm sorry to everybody in Africa, I'm sorry about the coltan, but we got Democrats and Republicans, and they love slavery, they're enslaving y'all, along with Britain and Canada, and everybody's in on the gig, keeping those towns as slave nations, mining coltan and minerals for these cell phones, but I had to upgrade on this one. Because I'm using my technology for good. I'm speaking for y'all best I can. I'm saying end slavery, stop colonization, stop doing the dumb things. But I had to upgrade because I can't have 5G making me a nut job. I'm not interested in this in my colon. I don't want no cancer down there in my brain leg. It's bad enough that the CIA can come anytime they want, give me Bob Marley foot cancer in my lip or something. That's bad enough. I don't need to be buying technology that gives me cancer. Whew, watch Extraordinary Deceding. All right, Gabrielle, thank you. I look at that when I'm picking out my show. Dream shows. I mean, dreams show us to ourselves, one part of us anyway. Ooh, I think so, Jonathan. I think there's a lot of things to dream. I think we could probably have a whole conversation on theories on what dreams are actually about. Let me see. I think that's why I stopped having nightmares, because all I got to do is wake up. I think nightmares have a purpose. And I don't need to have nightmares anymore. I just open my eyes. I'm like, yep, this is America. There's some Democrats right over there. There's Republicans right over there. Yep, and the corporations running every damn thing. They're over there fighting Trump. They're over there praising Jesus for Trump. Yep, absolutely. I'm in America. I don't need no Freddie. I don't need Leatherface, and I don't need no chainsaws and hooking people and fear, and I don't need none of that. That's why I don't even watch horror movies no more, Megs. I don't even watch it. No need to. I just turn on the news. I'm like, ah! That scared the hell out of me. That's all I need is a DNC and a GOP and a good political debate. That's scary enough. I don't need nobody eating children, blowing things up, and blood spraying everywhere. I don't need Alfred Hitchcock. I just need to hear what they want to do with the country. That's all I need to see. Y'all not paying attention. You're not speaking corporation. Learn how to speak corporation. Learn how to speak oligarchy. If you don't, we all gonna die, and it's probably gonna be in a miserable way with bumps and plagues and boils and all that great stuff. All right, great idea. I will get my 4G phone, thanks. Yeah, Kate, and tell other people, get your 4G phones, people. Because I think Susan mentioned it a little while ago. I try to read all the comments that, yeah, you'll be able to buy old phones for a little bit. I don't think they'll have them in the future. I mean, eventually they're going to block you from the network. Like eventually, if you don't have a 5G transmitting phone giving you and your kids cancer, so the pharmaceutical companies can make more, I should say pharmaceutical monkeys. They are monkeys. They can make more profit. You won't even be allowed on the network, but you won't be able to buy the phone. But a good thing could be though, is that you could utilize your 4G phone with like internet phone. Like there might be some other ways around it. That is one good thing about living in a creative country. I'm always beating down on my American monkeys, but we are a creative bunch. And it might be down the road that you can tie into Wi-Fi and somebody transmit out over CB radio or something, analog, your phone call. So there might be something, but I don't think they're going to keep selling used phones because they're going to want everybody on the system. They're going to want everybody, and so they'll literally buy the old phones and destroy them. So keep your old phone. You got that old phone? I got a phone drawer. Before I realized that I was basically buying cotton, upgrading my phone, I was holding up modern slavery in that way. So I got a phone drawer. I got a whole bunch of old phones. I got my flip phones. I got all my old StarTAC and got those, and I still got them. I'm not gonna throw them away. I got my BlackBerry still. I'm gonna hang on to them because I might need them in the future. All right, then it's time to get a landline. Kate, that's the safest way, and I think you're hitting something there. I have to think about that because I have a digital phone at home, an internet phone. I really don't use it, and I probably should. I probably should be smart enough to only use cell phones, and I barely talk on the cell phone. I hate talking on cell phones. But when I'm in an establishment, I should be using an internet-based phone. Turning the cell phone immediately as you get to where you're going. Put your cell phone in airplane mode, and try to get a landline. I'm not sure if they're even maintaining landlines anymore. I would think not. I would think that they're going to stop maintaining them. All right, we are living through the death of the old paradigm of self-interest and emergence of a new paradigm of unity. I love Brother Kevin. He's so positive. He probably ain't listening to me right now. He over there, he and Miss Tree, they like to do this. They had these old conversations by themselves. They just block everybody out. They over there just talking and stuff. But I love that brother. That brother's always so positive. I did an interview with him a while ago. I have to send him an offline message where he's actually listening because he ain't listening to me right now. He's a good brother. He always got the positive spin. People tell me they listen to me because I got a positive spin. Like, really? Okay, if you say so. I'm feeling pretty dark at the moment. I appreciate Brother Kevin's view that this paradigm of oil and fossil fuel and controlling the human population and politics, robbing Peter to pay Paul because we think we're right and we think we're better than them. I'm hoping that's coming to an end. I'm not really seeing it. I'm hoping. I am seeing a lot of people waking up, which is weird. And I hope that does mean something. Yeah, well, when 5G becomes required, it's bye-bye internet. All you mofos on your own. I'm sure it'll be interesting. Well, Patricia, at that point, that's when I'll be in the mountains. That's when I'll be done. Because there's nothing else to say at that point. Like, at that point, whatever bad thing is coming is going to have to come for the population to wake up. So we'll sit here and we'll talk to yin yang best we can, Patricia, wake up who we can, but when they go ahead and finally lock you down on that internet and it's 5G everything and you don't have any other means to communicate that's not controllable, it'll basically be an open air concentration camp. They got the smart news going, designing and tailoring with learning software and AI the news you listen to because you're still not in conflict with enough people in your own country. At that point, yeah, I'm be in the mountains. I'll be out there with Susan and them at that point. Gotta take Susan. Susan know what mushrooms to pick. I don't know if I'm picking Patricia, if it's my mushroom picking day, we all gonna die. I'm gonna get the pretty ones. I'm gonna be out there. That's why I don't pick mushrooms, because I ask people. I got like plant identification apps. I know a lot of plants. I know the leaves and shapes and everything. I don't even label my plants. I just get all my seeds and I throw them in pots. I already know what they look like when they come up, the seedlings. Mushrooms, I have no damn idea. So I got this mushroom app, Patricia, I put on my phone. And I'm gonna go mushroom collecting, Don't trust these apps, people. Do not trust these apps. But I always do the safe thing. I ask all my people, I said, listen, I said, y'all, we have mushroom apps. Shit, I'm about to go collecting. What y'all think about these mushrooms? All my wild mushroom collectors. And they were like, you gonna die. It's like, you use an app to tell you what a mushroom is, you gonna die, you gonna get the poison. A lot of them poisonous, others make you see this, that, and the other, and others will kill you slow, some will kill you fast, and others are food. So yeah, if it's my mushroom collecting day, you gotta take people when you go off grid, people. You gotta take people who know what they're doing. Don't get a book and think you're gonna know what you're doing day one. If I went mushroom collecting, I'd be out there like, pretty mushrooms. I'd get the purple ones and the red ones and the blue ones and some of the brown and the green ones and the ones with the dots and the speckles and mix them all together and make a soup. It'll be pretty because that's how I do my salads and smoothies. I put a lot of stuff together with a lot of colors. So I go off grid finding. When this is finally where it needs to be and you got these pretty trees right here, you got these pretty trees every second to 10 house. That reminds me of my neighbor planting plastic plants. My Lord have mercy. We all gonna die. I don't know how y'all think I'm positive. Anyway, that's when I'm gonna go. That's when I'm gonna go. I got my bug out bag. I'm ready to go. I done told everybody everything I need to tell them, Patricia. I done told my family. I bought them some board games and video games. I sent them all packs of seeds. I try to take care of my people. And you try to tell them that this is a bad idea, but everybody want to keep going this way. So that'll be my last video at that point. Because you know what? I don't even need this. That's the crap. I am such a hermitical type of guy. I can be out in the woods. You remember the book, My Side of the Mountain? I can do that. I could do that. And I'd be happy. I mean, it would suck for the first 5 years. I'd be a little skinny. I probably have bumps and bug bites and different stuff. But once I got my thing together and I got my book and my books and I got my house to live in, my tiny house and stuff, and I know what to eat, where to forage, and this, that, and the other, I know I'd be fine. I don't need this technology. I've had this. I've enjoyed this my entire life. I could definitely retire in a cabin somewhere. And we're gonna have a choice in the future. We could have that Wall-E future where we're all just sucking smoothies and riding these little devices, or we can go live in the mountains and wait for the robots to come, because eventually the robots gonna come find us out in the mountains. We can be out in the mountains, but eventually it's gonna come. All right. Of course, eventually they'll shut down the landlines and everything else, just like TV stations have stopped broadcasting in analog. That's how it works. That's what power and control always does, Patricia. Dial-up mode and bulletin boards. Ooh, that would be beautiful, Beaufont. But isn't that how this all started? It all started because we wanted to download games from bulletin boards. I remember the bulletin boards. Y'all don't remember that. That was when you had to get on the internet and have your world expanded, the first dial-up. And take the phone, put it on the hook, and you're on the internet. And of course your mama started yelling because she gotta call somebody. Get off the phone! You're trying to download some nasty pictures. No, not pictures both on. Because you know, like I do, is one. You just get one little nasty picture, and it's probably some lady from the Sears catalog and some pantyhose. It's probably just a leg or something. But it would take you like 8 hours to download one picture. And mom got to use the phone in between then. And she picked the phone up, and it breaks it. So all you got is like some feet and stockings and half a leg and a kneecap. Like, Mom, you broke my download. But what were you downloading, son? My homework. Someone say mushrooms. Yeah, Daniel, we can bring you with you. You can do the psilocybin mushroom collection. We know that you know what you're looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. When after we're done with the eating suit, and Daniel can bring the silly suit, the consciousness suit before we all meditate. Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, Caprina, I think it's time for the aliens come get us. That mushroom app might work as well as the voting app. Look out. Yeah, well, Sharon, that's the problem. That mushroom app. Because people troll apps, people troll stuff, hackers get in and say, you know what, we're going to change the app to say that the psilocybin mushrooms are lion's mane. And Sharon, I'll be out there looking at some psilocybin mushrooms, look at the app and take a picture. Yeah, that's lion's mane. Yep, and Paul's statement said we need to eat a lot of lion's mane. I'll be grabbing them psilocybin mushrooms, putting it in the bag. They say, being ignorant of the law is not an excuse, and please grab me. I'm have a whole bag, enough to get the whole state of Pennsylvania high. Oh, I'm gonna make some soup. You gonna make some soup? I'd be on CNN. They're like, dummy. They're like 40. Well, actually, how am I? I am a 29-year-old dummy got caught with a whole bag of psilocybin mushrooms, enough to get the whole country of America high. He said he was gonna go make a mushroom salad. All right, anyway, I was trying to fly. That might make me fly. All right, I gotta get going. Listen, I think it's Friday, Freedom Friday. The day feel like you're free, but you're not really free. To give you 2 days off of the plantation. So y'all have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you do something beautiful with people that are beautiful on the inside. Ignore the outside. Everybody's beautiful on the outside. Yeah, get rid of CB's most ham radios. Yep, that's the world we could be, Caprina. We can go back to the Stone Ages, we can go back to CB radios, or we can force corporations and government to use technology to free the planet, free everybody, and make cancer extinct. You know, we can do that. That's our choice. But you gotta stop fighting with other people because you think that you're right or righter than them or you're better than them. And it's worth getting together with politicians and more people and forcing other people to live like you or be like you, to take their rights and sell them to corporations. That's what all laws are about. Anyway, I had to get going. Y'all have a great, fantastical day. 4G was a killer, so you know what 5G is going to be. It shouldn't be a debate no more. If you have any questions, I'll post a link. Please listen to the hearing in Michigan of the doctors explaining 4G causes cancer. There's no question what 5G will do. I'm out. This is Gerard. Love y'all now. Bye.